that you were gonna text me and I was gonna miss it.
Oh my god, no! I always call you because of that. Because the one time it didn't happen, you were in the shower and Shane answered. He was like, "Oh, she's showering."
Oh really?
I was like, "Oh, okay." Yeah.
I was like, I don't want to wake up too late, but I also want to sleep in. But I don't want to miss his call, so let me put my phone on ringer really loud.
I appreciate it.
Well, this will have to do, huh?
Yeah. We're filming. I'm recording. We're live. Sweetie.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah, we've been...
Why does mine look so old compared to yours? Like, my program in general.
I don't know. I think
like,
it's because it's
crusty.
Bigger and the buttons on the top are bigger.
Bigger?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Because I think I have mine, like, zoomed out on mine.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I have,
it
like,
does
really
look big.
small icons.
Okay.
Icons, legends, and stars.
Hello.
Hey. We're back. Or did we leave? Are you just starting watching us?
Oh, yeah. We can't say welcome back because we don't know if you've ever been here before. This is this neighborhood, and it's called Scrambled Podcast.
Thanks for joining us.
We're not
if you have
hospitable people. She should probably leave.
Yeah.
Oh, I should have brought my gun. It's right there. Do you like that as a home accent, as a piece of decor?
What?
My gun.
Your gun? Yeah, I love it.
Just to let people know that
Look at this photo of Smooch.
you're in a welcoming household.
She was sleeping.
So cute. Didn't you put a picture of her in the group chat? It was really cute.
Mm-hmm.
Or on your Snapchat or something. Stop.
All right.
Hello and welcome to Scrambled Podcast. In this household, we stand Megan Stallion as of today.
As of, I mean, I've been, you've seen us bring her up in the group chat multiple times, quote her, show her off, and you're just like in the air, like,
Yes, I saw the video. I saw the first time, but then you were talking about the album that just came out the other day, and I was just like, I don't have to, because like when I listen to an album, I have to listen to it from the beginning to the end with headphones.
That makes sense, but she's definitely like car music. Like, it's meant to be played at the club.
Really?
You just said, like, in the strip club, it's meant to be played at a strip club.
Yeah.
Like, it's not meant to really, you can listen to it with headphones, but...
Because I just like hearing what they were going to say. And also I was kind of scared because I really thought it was going to be like trap rap lyrics, like rhyming you with you. And I was scared.
There's artistry there.
Because I was like, I want a female rapper to be good.
Yeah, and she's great.
And she's really good.
I'm not going to compare her.
She's from Houston?
Yeah, there's no comparisons to make because her work speaks for itself.
Oh, yeah.
So, like...
And, like, you haven't heard anything like that in a while from, like, a female rapper.
Our mainstream rappers out now, currently. Yeah. Who I say some of them do stand. I know Remy Ma reacted to one of her songs and was like, oh, this is good. This is good. I like this.
Yay!
There was even a guy rapper that reacted to it, and he was like, oh, this is cool. He's like, I like when girls rap like that.
I'm happy.
Yeah. So, she's confirmed. We stand fully. Move, I'm standing. Like, yeah. I really do support her. I really appreciate her. Stream Fever and Tina Snow on iTunes or Spotify.
Cute.
Yes, very much.
Let me find
she's
out
thick.
Yeah.
She's thicker than a Snicker.
That's too much. Too much thickness. Down with the thickness.
Yeah, she's very much so down with it.
Let me see if I can download this. Fuck, what am I doing? I just spaced out. There goes. Apple Music. Download pending for what?
What am I doing over here? What is this?
Oh, my Wi-Fi's not on. My bad. Do you keep your location services on?
When I...
Like, always? Do you like Big Brother knowing where you're
I only have it... whenever my apps ask for it, it says there's an option with Apple. I don't know if Android does it, but it'll be like only allow while using the app.
Oh, yeah. Some do that.
I just do it that way.
No, but I mean just in general. Like, in general, do you have it on?
No. Well, I mean, you have to go to your settings and look at location. Yeah, which I'm fairly certain my location is... I think every time you open an app that it requests it, that's why it doesn't have on the main settings page, because otherwise it's not there.
Yeah.
Unless it's like, cool. Hey, do you open Maps, and then Maps is like, duh, I need your location, stupid.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I don't think it shares it unless you have an app open that needs it.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is not... I don't know what's happening. Never mind. Okay, I have some things that I wrote down that I wanted to bring up.
Me too.
Where we at?
I don't think I have a chancla. I do have some peaks.
I want to hear some of your peaks. I just have like stuff that I wanted to talk about that's been happening, and then my peak and my chancla.
Okay. No one's monitoring the audio.
I want to do it.
Well, I don't want to do it. I don't have my headphones.
Wait, are my headphones not in here?
Oh, I like your pants. They have a pocket.
I know.
Did you literally change as soon as we got home?
No, just now.
Oh, I didn't even notice. We went to go eat food, and I know she was wearing something else. I guess she changed it. I didn't even notice you changed here. Oh. Bitch, I don't listen when Megan Thee Stallion's playing.
Ooh. When was the last time we filmed?
I don't know.
When was the last time we hung out?
This isn't a real gun. Yes. Unless you're gonna break into Nancy's apartment, then it is a real gun.
Then it is a real gun. Your hair was like a totally different color when we filmed last time.
Yeah, she's blonde now.
Oh, you blonde.
Fresh off of one treatment of laser hair removal, and all of a sudden I'm blonde.
You need to tell me about that. Okay, so can we start this podcast with your laser hair removal experience?
Yes, that's one of my peaks. So I've just started the process of laser hair removal. I'm one treatment in. I will say.
So what made you want to do it, or have you been wanting to?
I've always been contemplating it, but
It doesn't go in here.
one, I didn't know the cost. Two, it's like money's one of those things where when you have it, it's great, but when you don't have it, you're like, I don't really want to talk to anyone about the cost of something. You know what I mean?
Or even just like think of stuff to spend your money on because.
Yeah. It's one of those. It's like, do I really want to spend that much money on like something painful? Absolutely.
Yeah,
apparently.
and debatably, not a necessity.
Yeah,
You know?
no, it's definitely not in my case for the way I'm doing it.
Am I not?
But I
Can
had
you
my
go, like,
first.
Okay.
Okay. I had my first treatment last week. Tuesday. Excuse me. Oh, that tasted so good.
Ooh, we're that kind of podcast. Oh.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, had it last week on Tuesday, and it hurt.
Really?
It hurt because apparently, don't really know if it's true or not. I'll let you know when I have the second one. I didn't shave before it, and I had like a little bit of growth. And they said that if you don't shave it, the process is more painful.
Because it targets the pigment, and so there's more pigment to target, and more lasers touching your face.
Yeah. So they said, next time shave beforehand. Like, we prefer a clean face. One, because it smells less terrible for you.
Does it smell like burning hair?
Yeah. It smells worse than burning hair because it's a laser burning hair follicles that are on your face with dead skin.
Oh,
It's
so
not
do they
an
need
area
you to
that's-
exfoliate too beforehand?
I don't know if I will,
like
just because of the
scary.
fact that it's gonna burn skin cells anyways.
Oh.
So I didn't do anything beforehand because like I just didn't shave for 2 days and let it grow out.
Yeah.
And because I thought I was supposed to, but apparently not. Know that now. It hurt really bad. It felt like, I think I already said in the group chat, but it's like a white hot rubber band, like being slapped on your face really hard for like, however, I'm getting it on my face, for my
on your chin.
Yeah, for my chin and stuff, and it felt like that.
Debatably, wouldn't you think that area is more sensitive because it is your face? Like, I feel like you have more nerve endings there versus like your armpit. You know?
Yeah, but when
Like,
it
let me
comes
go
to
get a
like
rubber
laser hair
band.
removal, where do you always get it? You get it on sensitive areas of skin.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. But it's one of those things that I decided to do because of the fact that, one, I don't grow facial hair very well. It's just kind of like sparse, and it takes a long time for it to full, so I just prefer not to do it. I've never liked shaving. I don't like spending money on razors. I hate the process of shaving. Like, I shaved before I came because like I had some new growth, but it's just annoying, uncomfortable, and I
Yeah.
always have to wash my face afterwards
Yeah.
because you just have like residue from like shaving cream on you, and you don't want to leave it.
And like hair.
Yeah. So it's always one of those things that I just.
Do
I
you
don't
cut
like the
yourself when you
process.
shave?
Sometimes if I'm in a rush, but typically no. Like, I cut myself once or twice today, but that's because I was like
Yeah.
getting out the door. But usually no. But I don't like shaving ever.
Yeah.
It's just annoying, and I'd prefer to either minimize the amount of time that I do it or just not do it.
That's how my boyfriend is. Like, that's why he has his scruff that he has. Because, like, literally he'll shave. I think he shaved yesterday, and today, if you see him come in, he'll probably have, like, a good 5 o'clock shadow. Because it's not even a full day before it's back.
Some people grow it in really well. Shane's one of them. I think Shane grows facial hair really well.
Yeah,
if I
think he
grew
just
it
has,
well,
like,
I
a
wouldn't
patch
mind
or
it.
two.
I wouldn't mind it if I grew it well, but I don't. Like, it.
But
grows
even
it
then,
very
even if you
sparse.
grow well, if you just don't want a beard, like,
Yeah. And also when I grow it out, this part right here, where my like at-risk chin is, this doesn't grow hair.
really?
There's like a little spot right here
Aw.
where my double chin starts. And it's like, I just don't grow hair.
A bald spot.
So I prefer to not deal with it.
Yeah.
It's just easier for me to not do it. And I don't mind the treatment now that I've done it.
Because I guess you know what to expect.
Yeah, I will say that the bedside manner of the doctor that I have, she's really good. Like when I first came in, she didn't know if I was male or female, so she wasn't like, "Are you a boy or a girl?" She was like, "Hey, what?" She was like, "Oh, real quick, what are your pronouns?" And I was like, "Oh, he, they, whatever." She, not she, but he. I'll do they, whatever, or I'll do him.
You're like,
and
if
I'm
you can
a male.
manage they.
I identify as male. And she was like, "Oh, okay, cool. I was just trying to figure out what chart to use because there's like a male and a female chart." And she was like, "Just trying to figure out which one to mark up." Okay. And then when I paid for it, she was like, "No, you just paid for this, and this is what we're gonna do." She like outlined the process. It's 8 treatments. After 8 treatments, they'll see if I have any. Or after 6 treatments, they'll see what's left after 2 more spread out treatments. And in the 2 treatments after the first 6, those are gonna be targeting specific areas.
Like so where it's like really reluctant to fucking fuck off.
Yeah. Okay. So, because typically they only do 6 treatments.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
But she did 8 because of the fact that like she's like the last 2 are going to be spread out. So there's like
months
your hair cycle will have been reset completely. So it'll have like the new growth and we'll see exactly where it is. And then the last 2 treatments are for getting rid of those.
That's really cool.
Yeah, she's really nice. I want to do it.
Can you do it on your butt?
They do it all.
That's so scary.
It was very scary. I don't even know what the laser looks like because I closed my eyes the entire time it was snapping.
That sounds like something I would do.
It just fucking hurt, and I had to close my eyes and like I cried because it hurt so bad. I had to ask like, "Hey, can you hold on a second?" When she was like halfway through, because I had to I was like, I just need to wipe my eyes off, like I can't see anything, and it like stings.
Have you done like painful like hair removal processes before, like waxing or threading or anything?
I've had waxing and I've had threading, and no.
Oh, okay.
I've had it everywhere. But it's just one of those things that I don't... It's if I don't want it, I'm over. I'll get rid of it. Yeah. And I will do what I need to do to get rid of it. Yeah. I'm going to get rid of it.
It's going to be gone.
Yeah. But the process afterwards, they prefer you not wear makeup just because of the fact that you have to put like aloe on your face. Like when I was finished, she handed me this big thing of aloe from Target and was like, put it all over the area we just treated. I was like, okay. She was like, do you have sunscreen? I was like, yeah. She was like, use it. Because... you're apparently really vulnerable to UV and UVB, so they want you to wear a sunscreen. And they like told me what to look for in my sunscreen. So
that's good.
Yeah, so they told me exactly what to get. They tried to sell me a $75 sunscreen, and I was like, "No, ma'am, absolutely not."
I was like, "But you just told me what to get at Walgreens."
Yeah, no, she was like, "Well, we need it to have either copper or titanium in it, the sunscreen to have like those in it because of the fact that it helps like block out and reflect." So, lo and behold, my skincare brand, that girl at Target and Walmart, HEB, CeraVe.
Oh yeah.
They go off. They have a sunscreen that's like $15, and it's like this big. Not the biggest, but whatever. But it has the titanium oxide in it. Yeah. And I was like $15 versus the $60. Like, bitch, go off.
CeraVe really does come through. Like everybody that I like watch on YouTube that
their lotion's certified by the board of what is that shit called? That's not psoriasis, eczema. They can help combat eczema. Didn't know that.
It's like CeraVe and Cetaphil. A lot of people really go off for.
I don't like Cetaphil.
I don't like Cetaphil either.
I feel like it's watery.
Like it leaves a film.
I just don't feel
their facial wash.
Oh, you know what I want though? I think CeraVe does a foaming wash.
Probably.
Also, I'm jumping into The Ordinary with my next check.
The Ordinary?
The brand.
Is that the one that does that really popular face wash?
It's a cheap brand that does like
then I don't know.
Really nice skincare.
No.
Stephanie Nicole stands, so I stand.
Stephanie Nicole
did a whole ass video on The Ordinary.
She brings the facts. Did she do a PowerPoint presentation on it?
Oh, she did. At one point in the video, her face zooped out into a corner, and she was like, "These are the charts. This is what I go through. This is what I like."
She has like a spreadsheet.
She doesn't play games.
I love her.
She's got her little checklist.
Is she a Virgo? I wonder.
Doubt it. I bet she's like some chaotic fire sign. Or an air sign.
Stephanie Nicole.
I love her. We fully stand Stephanie Nicole.
Yeah. Do you know what can get rid of these little white things? They're called sebaceous filaments.
No, I don't.
I don't think anything does. I think
go to my derm. She has a duck face.
What does that even? I don't even have a dermatologist. What does that even mean? What do they like? I know that they
learn about your face and then help you treat your shit on your face or the rest of your skin. I went for my my tinea Versacolor when I had it.
I have that on my back.
And look, Who is she? It's almost all gone. Who? Excuse me.
But like, what happens? You had like a lotion thing that you had to put on, right?
I had a body wash that was basically a shampoo, but she said use as a body wash. And I also had to apply this like stuff that smelled like burnt skin, but it wasn't me that was burning. It was that smelled like burnt skin. So I used that for like a month, and I used the wash until it was all gone. I should probably go back and get another, but summer just started, so I like kind of went through winter without it.
Do you have like follow-up appointments with a dermatologist?
No.
I guess it depends on how severe your shit is, right?
Mm-hmm. They'll recommend it, but she didn't recommend it.
Like for that, it seems so like whatever.
I just wanted her to tell me I wasn't nasty, and that's exactly what she did.
Yeah, me too.
She was like, "You're not gross. You're not nasty."
Because like happens. It's you can barely tell like it, but like I guess you and your body, you're like constantly looking at yourself, and you're just like that.
When you see the discoloration isn't what bothered me. It was when my skin became dry, it would like peel.
See, I don't even notice that because it's like right here.
Yeah.
But like you can tell, like, look at my ass.
I see what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah, it's not that bad. But I mean, especially it doesn't. It's not like affecting your health, and it's not contagious. So.
Yeah, and it doesn't like mine. I mean, it's
there's fully a clip of me just looking at your ass.
It's like not even like I don't notice it because it's all the way back there. But like if ever I were to wear like a bikini or like something like that exposed my back,
yeah,
like it's not an insecurity that I have, but it's just like, oh yeah, that little patch of like weird hyperpigmentation is gonna
just
show.
For one pieces. Be that girl.
No!
Be that girl.
I mean, I probably would still. But like a dress.
I think you look cute in one piece.
But like a dress that shows my back, I'd be like, oh, well, that's what's gonna show.
Why is it going down to your butthole?
Oh, it doesn't go down on my butthole. It's on my back. Don't make it weird. But yeah, I would rather not have it. That would be great.
Yeah, go to a derm. It's like $90. Do you have FSA?
I don't even know what that means.
Bitch, it's part of your healthcare
plan. It is.
Plan.
I think. Yeah, you told me about that. I probably do.
Use it.
You have to pay for it. You have to pay towards it, no?
If you have FSA, that's money that they already take out of your check, and they give you like it on a card.
Oh.
And you can use it to get it like paid
then
for.
I don't know.
And it also goes towards your deductible.
Oh, okay.
You can put money towards a card, and then that money you can use right then and there, and for medical expenses and shit, and then that money goes towards your deductible if it's for your healthcare stuff.
Oh, okay then.
Yeah, so like if you have like a $600 deductible, you can do a $600 FSA. And then, play that until your deductible's paid, and then, because that's basically your money they're taking out of your check anyways.
Anyway. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Healthcare, learn about it.
I should do
I'm
this.
an adult, bitch.
I should,
okay?
yeah,
Fuck
I should.
with me, because
I'm like,
I'm
sick. I need my little card. Where'd I put it?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I need to look into that, because that would be cool.
What do you have? What are your peaks or chanclas this week? What are you thinking? What's on your mind?
Let's talk about it. Okay, so my peak is something just like really lighthearted, really whatever. Lighthearted for me. I saw this, I think it was Stephen Colbert. Mm-hmm. Stephen Colbert? I don't know, some fucking dude with a night show. Mm-hmm. And it was, what?
Go
you already know.
I think it is.
What do you know?
What is it?
Say it.
You say it.
I want you to predict it.
You say it.
Since you're psychic over here.
Anne Hathaway, RuPaul?
No.
Oh, okay.
I didn't see that, but I heard about it.
Because that was one of mine.
She was like crying over Drag Race.
She cried because she got to meet RuPaul, and she's a big fan of Drag Race. Oh, you haven't seen the clip?
Sweet. No, I saw her like tearing
talking.
up. Okay, so mine was just really whatever. It's Stephen Colbert talking to Keanu Reeves, because Keanu Reeves has the
I did see that.
Yeah, it's just a little line. It kind of went viral, and he's just like promoting the new Bill and Ted, which is happening, like a little remake or continuation of the series that's happening. Mm-hmm. And Stephen Colbert, I don't fucking know where. I didn't see the full interview, so I really don't know the context, but just like kind of after talking about the movie, says, so what do you think happens after we die? And Keanu's just like takes a second and he thinks, and he's just like, the people that love us will miss us. And like the crowd just like doesn't know what to do, and then like after a few seconds they just go like, "Aw." And it's such a Keanuism. Oh, it's such a Keanuism for it to happen. Like, but I was like, one, why would he ask this question? Two, but like Keanu's like a meme within himself. It's just like he's like sanctified, like he's now like a living saint. And so I just thought it was really cute and sweet, and what an appropriate answer to like such a heavy out of context question. I was just like, I'm gonna start saying
if I'm not mistaken, I think.
Yeah. He didn't make it political, he didn't make it weird.
Nope.
Because it was already weird. He just like had a little moment. I thought that was really sweet. So that's my peak.
I did like that. So this one is to do with RuPaul meeting Anne Hathaway on
Anne Hathaway meeting RuPaul.
Yeah, excuse me.
Let's not get it twisted. Oh, so she's promoting her new movie coming out.
Okay. Okay. Wait.
Yes. Have you met RuPaul? No, I've never met RuPaul. Well, he's my guest tomorrow night. Would you like me to send a message to him? Is there anything you'd like to say to him?
Oh, she said
I
yes.
couldn't talk. Like, yeah, just say I love you.
Aw.
Say to him right now. Ru? What? Are you?
Rue?
The crowd.
He just stormed out. They both look like the Tin Man. I love it. He's not wearing glasses. Work. We got that LASIK. We got that VH1 budget now.
Astigmatism who?
I know. I love. Oh my god, his butt's where my butt was.
We have to go here in just a moment.
Thanks, Steven.
Is there anything you'd like to say to Ru?
She's crying.
Is there anything Ru you'd like to say to him?
Darling.
You are the winner of this week's challenge.
Stop! Oh my god, look what, I'm sorry.
Shantae, you
I
stay.
love it. Oh my god.
Is there any particular episode or any part
She said you host the show.
you enjoyed most?
Well, I just Monet Exchange's entire journey, and just like
love her.
how amazing she was in season 10. I'm really take this very seriously. And then the growth between season 10 and season 11, and the way
She meant All Stars, whatever, but
Yeah.
we forgive.
since I started being an actress, I've learned how to slip my and now we're up, and I'm just thrilled for her, and me, and you, and you.
Thank you.
I love her so much.
Yeah, it's really cute.
Aww.
Talking about stepping her pussy up.
The Princess of Genovia.
Princess of Genovia stands RuPaul, and that's a country that stands RuPaul.
I love it so much.
It's really cute, right?
Aww.
That was one of my peaks.
She cried.
Again, Stephen Colbert bringing the content.
Really? He really is.
I like when he kissed Andrew Garfield, and it was like a kiss.
That happened?
Oh, they kissed on TV.
Mark.
He was like, I heard you're not afraid of kissing men on fan. He was like, I'm not. Would you like to kiss? And they kiss.
I'm
and
not.
it's like Steven just realized, like,
He's like, oh, I didn't know he would do
need
it.
to be with women. He just, like, his sexuality, like, opened in that clip.
A whole new world.
He was like,
His sexuality just opened.
he just realized, like, I don't need to be straight. I can be whatever I want. This man loves me. Like, that's how it looked in his face. I'll show you the clip later. It's really good.
I love that.
But
I love that for him.
me too.
On late night television, who'd have thunk?
Mm-hmm.
Kids, stay up past your bedtimes. You're missing out.
You're missing Stephen Colbert just, like, catching fingers all night long.
Yeah, that was definitely okay. I have a question. Have you seen or heard about The Act, the show The Act with Patricia Arquette and some chick?
No.
Not at all. Nothing. You've probably seen ads for it. It's a Hulu original show. No.
My girl, Google's AdSense on me does not know me. Google is like, do you want to watch a Desi Perkins video, or do you want to watch kids react to something, or
You're not even logged in, so
do you like charcoal toothpaste? Like, it doesn't really know what to do with me, and I understand. It's because I log out to watch certain things and I log back in to watch certain things. Just these Virgo antics,
So I just want to talk about it. It's not like a peek or a chunkler or whatever, but it's something that I've been watching because it's based on a true story, and it's like a half-assed.
Oh, The Act.
Yes,
with the
bitch.
ball girl.
Yes, bitch. So you have seen it.
I know.
We haven't watched it.
I've heard the story, and I knew that they were like making something. I just didn't know it was called The Act.
So it's a story about this young girl, and
Gypsy
her
Rose.
mother. Yeah, Gypsy Rose, from Missouri, or some shit like
Some landlocked ass state.
somewhere or whatever. And the mom, basically, spoilers by the way. The mom basically, for almost the entire life of this kid, well, more backstory. So the mom she's like 24, the mom, and she has a baby with this guy that she just met, who's like 17. The dad doesn't really love her. They were about to, I think they got married really quickly, and he leaves, obviously, and she has the baby, And the baby, so the dad's like not in the picture anymore. The baby, the mom, after a few months, at like 3 months or 7 months or something like that, starts saying that she has sleep apnea, and they take her to the doctor. So the mom basically doesn't make this girl sick in the beginning, but says that she's really sick, and tells the dad to like send money and to this is really weird, like I can hear myself and stuff. She tells the dad to like send money, and basically starts making up all these lies that this girl's really, really sick. First it's like something really like whatever, like sleep, well, it's not whatever because you can die, but it's like sleep apnea. And then she says that the girl's having seizures, and then she says that I think the girl gets into like a little motorcycle accident and skins her knee with her uncle, and the mom takes her to the doctor, and they're just like, oh, it's whatever. But the mom like conflates it to be this really big thing and says like, oh, you have to be in a wheelchair now. And so like since the kid is like really, really young, she starts just adding and adding onto this like grocery list of illnesses that she has. And she weird. Like says that she has leukemia. She says that she has like really weird like something happening with her throat to where she can't digest her food or can't like eat food through her mouth anymore. So they take out her salivary glands, and which is like not a cute like operation to have. And then they put a feeding tube, which is also like a really invasive operation to have. They do like a biopsy on her, like a muscle biopsy, because she says that they have muscular dystrophy, and that's why she can't walk and stuff like that. That if she walks, that she'll like mess up her legs or whatever and not be paralyzed. And so this daughter like believes her because that's her only source of information. Yeah. And like the daughter is basically like brainwashed to believe that she's sick. And so the mom basically is like running scams from like charities and like government programs to get all this money and to get just like federal assistance.
I heard like Ronald McDonald House was involved or something.
Like free trips to Disney, like celebrity meet and greets and stuff, like crazy stuff. And it all obviously turns out to be fake. The reason why the story blew up is because the mom was killed by the daughter, or not like at the hand of the daughter, but the mom always like made her seem younger, both in appearance and by forging documents, like doctor's documents, because she wanted her to stay like young, like legally, because she doesn't have any agency. And to I don't fucking know.
How old did she end up being?
She's my age. 1991. Yeah. So she's currently about to be or is 28. But when all of this happened in 2015. So she was like 22. I'm no mathematician, but like in her 20s, like well into her fucking 20s. And so 4 years ago, 24. She was 24 when she organized the killing of her mom. The
murder of her mother.
Yeah. Well, she obviously was coming sexually into her own, and met like somehow found a laptop, found a cell phone, and started talking to dudes online.
Good for her.
Yeah. She met some dude through like a Christian dating website, and like started, because she was, that's an issue into itself. But she met some dude on a Christian dating website.
Christian Mingle? Ooh, okay, we'll get into that in a second.
Some like off-brand Christian Mingle. And so she made her own Facebook page and like met this dude, and this dude was like wacky in his own right, had like multiple, well, not wacky, but like had what is it called, like when you have multiple personalities?
DID, dissociative identity disorder.
Yeah. So he had that, and they talked for like 3 years, and then she was like over being under her mom's thumb, and the mom was like treating her really bad at this point, because she knew that like basically there was a ticking time bomb on how long she could like keep her daughter like looking young, pretending to be young. And the daughter knew that she could walk, like she knew that she could walk. She was like just so scared of her mom that she just like stayed in the chair. But yeah, she basically asked this dude that she had met, that she had been talking to for 3 years, to kill the mom, and he was just like, well, I can't do it, but my crazy other personality will totally do it. And so he drove from like Missouri, he drove like 6 hours on a bus, and they did it.
How do you have like these issues and then meet someone who also has separate issues? Dude, to orchestrate this? Wow. Like, it's that just, do take nerve. Look at her go.
It's just like shitty luck.
The Gone Girl of it all.
Yeah, literally.
Girl was gone. Fully out of here.
And so yeah, she's like in jail, and like everybody's wig was like fucking
askew
in
that GIF of Kylie Jenner fixing her wig,
literally, because so like everybody thought that the mom got killed, that it was like a home invasion, like the mom got killed and they kidnapped the daughter, but it wasn't that at all. The daughter had left, and like left so many breadcrumbs, digital breadcrumbs of like her being seen on camera, using credit cards to like charge a hotel, like a bunch of bullshit. And obviously they found her, and the next time that people saw her was when it was literally being recorded for broadcast of her coming into the courtroom walking. And so they thought that she was like a cancer patient, like paraplegic, like couldn't walk. And then they see her being charged for like conspiratorial murder of her mother.
It's like she's not scared of her mom anymore. She can get up and go somewhere.
She was walking, and people were just like, what? Like, their wig was fucking in orbit.
Buckle up, bitch. This is gonna be a long case.
Yeah, it was intense. I've been really, if it's not obvious, I've been really obsessed with this story. Like, podcasts, like 2020 obsessed. Like,
I read the Wikipedia, and it's quite a bit.
It's a lot to digest. But also, like, the mom, like, that's fucked. The shit that she was doing, like, it's so fucked. It's so crazy.
Very much.
Yeah. So that was like a thing that I just wanted to say. I was like, oh yeah, I've been obsessed with not only the show, but just like the story in general. In itself,
yeah. Because it's fucking wild.
It is crazy.
How do you? Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I know how you do it, but
that's crazy.
Come on. So speaking of Christians.
Oh no.
So.
Christian mingle now allows gay dating after a lawsuit. A lawsuit from whom?
Somebody gay.
Someone gay. Wow.
My sense is that a fair number of gay Christians will probably not be interested simply because they're not interested in giving money to a company that has to be forced by the courts to serve them. Gay Christian Network Executive Director Justin Lee said. Lawsuit, this is all from the Washington Post, by the way. The lawsuit, according to Christianity Today, argued that Christian Mingle violated California's non-discrimination law that prohibits for-profit companies such as Spark Networks, which owns Christian Mingle, from discriminating against customers based on the basis of sexual orientation, among other categories.
Whoa.
Yep. And
as of when?
This was announced. Oh, I mean, this is old news, but like it recently came back up because of the fact that like of recent events that will also probably be mentioned.
Yeah.
It was just one of those things where people were like, well, abortion, and then Christian Mingle is now being infiltrated by the gays. Yeah. So it was just something that I thought was really funny.
Oh my god.
Because I didn't know about it when it happened like in 2016, but
so it's been since whoa.
It's been a couple years, yeah.
Damn.
But it's just funny to me that like there are gay Christians. I don't know why, but yeah, go ahead, work. Go off, sis, I guess. But yeah.
Wow, they must feel really attacked.
Yeah. Do you want to get into it though?
I don't know. Okay, so this is a perfect time before we get into it because I do want to mention it. But so speaking of like, I guess like well, it's not even like shitty moms, because like the act is one thing that's maybe like an isolated event, but like I guess we gonna talk about babies. I guess we just gonna fucking talk about babies.
But
me either.
Go off.
Okay, so just to give you some perspective, because I don't know when this is gonna go up. It's currently, as of filming this, May 18th, 2019. So a lot of events have happened, and your girl's triggered. But this is a story that happened.
Triggered.
This is a story that happened just recently, actually. There was this I want to say she was 19 years old, woman in Chicago. I don't know if you've heard about this, but one of my coworkers told me this story. Who was expecting her second child.
Uh-oh, sisters.
No More Lies by James Charles, published just now. We can talk about that too.
Jesus Christ. Fuck. Maybe we should watch this video first. Who knows?
Oh my god.
The exposure of it all.
So this young woman, 19 years old, expecting her second child, like any normal person, goes onto Facebook, seeing it, like Facebook Marketplace, I guess, or just making a random post on Facebook saying like, if anybody has any children's clothes, any strollers, or anything like that, I'm expecting my second kid and I would like some help, be more than willing to pick it up. So somebody comments on that same group saying, I got you, come over, or like, what area are you in, we can meet up, and blah blah blah. So the girl goes to this lady's house and she gets chopped up. Bitch gets fucking chopped up. She gets, I think her throat is slit. This lady off of Facebook like takes the baby out. Like, I don't even know how you do this. Like, she fucking takes the baby out and then goes to a hospital, passes the baby as her own. Obviously the baby's like fucking premature as fuck. Well, I think the baby was like on its 8th.
Wait, one more time. So this woman killed the other woman?
Yes, so this girl posted on Facebook, hey, I need some stuff. I'm expecting my second kid. I need like a double stroller. I need some clothes. And this lady who was saying that she was also pregnant, she wasn't, says, I got you. Come over. Like, what area are you in? And they coordinate to meet up. This girl goes to her house to pick up the stuff. And the lady literally kills this 19-year-old pregnant woman and takes the kid. Sticks the girl in a dumpster in the house. Like, your fucking recycling bin. Yeah, people are fucking crazy. And so she goes to the hospital. I don't even know how she was passing off as pregnant. Like, all of her social media was like, oh, I'm pregnant, like pregnant status updates and stuff like that. Fake pictures of like ultrasounds, like crazy shit. That's not even the crazy part. The crazy part, or the part, I guess, why she got caught. I mean, this bitch was gonna get caught no matter what.
Yeah.
But
it's really weird.
The victim, the 19-year-old, went to this lady's house before picking up her other kid from daycare. So the daycare was calling her family and stuff like, hey, she didn't pick up the kid. Where is she at? And like, missing persons report like immediately. But this lady is obviously in custody. The baby passed away. We found out, I think, yesterday, because this happened like Wednesday or some shit like that. And the baby didn't make it, and her ass is in jail. And I'm just like, why? That's my chancla, by the way.
Was she mentally ill?
I
mean,
don't
you gotta
know.
be to go through all that for
Like,
a baby.
Like, I don't know if she couldn't like have a baby. I don't know if she was like,
where was
couldn't
this?
afford to adopt. Chicago. Couldn't afford to adopt. I don't know. Like, there's not very many details that are released about her.
Literally, like, what?
But like, you want a baby that much that you're willing to kill a person who...
I feel like adoption programs actually assist with families who, like, you can adopt a child and the government assists you with that child. So that's like not really a thing.
I don't know. I don't know about all that. But like, even in the conversation that we were having at work, when my coworker told me this story, there's like a few people that were chiming in.
Who told you this, Perla?
Emma.
Of course it was Emma.
I haven't seen Perla in a while.
Perla doesn't come through with that gore
Emma,
shit.
Emma reads the news and like watches that true crime
Emma
shit. Like,
reads Facebook.
She's
Emma scrolls through Facebook at lightning speed.
She really does.
And tells you everything.
She sees all this crazy shit. And so she told me this, and like, it was in the same breath of us having like abortion conversations and stuff like that. And I was just like, people are so like, like they like fetishize babies, like not even in a sexual way, but just like they're like fanatics of like having a baby and like baby. And I'm just like, this is like the fucking opposite end of a spectrum, where it's like the life's not even like, it's so precious that you're willing to kill somebody that you don't know, a stranger that you don't know, who is like probably excited to have her baby, like has a whole like atmosphere of people that are really excited for her. And even if they're not, like, that's her fucking baby. Like, you just, if you want to take somebody's baby, like, adopt.
Yeah.
They're more than
take somebody's baby.
They're more than fucking willing to like find a home.
Just like, chill around a fire station for a couple months.
Also, if she's if she's willing to like go through all that trouble to find a baby, like, I don't know, like, there's so like I can't even process. I can't.
That's because there's just no.
You killed somebody.
There's no thought processing. At least no full thought process behind that kind of situation. I feel like you don't fully flesh things through when you want something that bad, I guess.
But like, she like totally like faked a whole online life. That's like catfishing beyond belief.
Oh yeah, that's dedication to stupidity. But people do stupid shit for things.
Like, I don't understand.
Yeah.
And to have a baby to like pass on her own, like, I get it. Like, adoption, you can't always get somebody that's like that young, and they're like probably already at like somewhat developed in the system. Like, if you have like a 7-year-old, like, they have their own personality. You can't really like mold them into who you want them to be. But like, that's the that's growing up. You know, that doesn't mean that they're not worth a home.
So I'm just like trying to make my leg wake up.
Like, I don't know. But that story just like tripped me up so much. And I was just like, girl, you killed somebody.
That's intense and crazy.
Girl, you killed somebody for a baby.
Molly, you in danger, girl.
Get like,
help. Truly,
I really do
help.
hope that, like, even though she's in custody, I really do hope that she gets help, because there's something there.
Because that ain't right.
There's something there that, like, there was, like, girl, you killed somebody.
Yeah. Truly.
Like, you told her that you had baby clothes in her stroller, and she didn't go pick up her.
You lured a pregnant woman into your home with the intent of murdering her and stealing her unborn child.
And if it wasn't her, it was gonna be somebody else. You know that for damn sure.
Yep.
This story was gonna come out. This woman was gonna do
Wild.
this.
Yeah.
What's the point? I brought up a point when we were talking about this, and I was just like, what if she had, instead of like not going to pick up her kid at daycare and going straight to that place, what if she did get the kid? What if she did go to daycare and pick up the kid? Would she have still done it? Like, would that lady still have done it? Would she kill the kid too, or kept the kid? Like, you know that kid would have had to die because people would be looking for the kid.
Yep.
Like, you were gonna get caught.
People just don't think things through like that, I guess.
Oh my god.
I'm telling you,
so
they don't.
crazy.
People don't think things through when they just want something that bad.
It's so crazy.
Yeah. That is.
Get a
I
pen
don't.
pal.
Yeah.
Like, get a pet, get a plant. Something.
Get a job,
Tamagotchi.
own a business, suck a dick. Like, this is too much.
Like something like there.
Tamagotchi.
Like
a Neopet.
a Neopet, like play Sims, play Animal Crossing, like whatever you gotta nurture. Like, it doesn't.
Get some fucking plants.
You don't have to murder
Adopt
somebody.
a full-size greyhound and make a video series about the adoption.
Bunny, we love you, by the way. It's Jenna Marbles. I'm so happy for you. You're doing
Yes.
amazing.
Sweetie, it's never been better for you. We truly stand. The girls could never. I would never. And we salute you in your
Salute.
endeavors. And congrats on you for teaching that dog how to use stairs.
Yeah.
I love that. Was probably my favorite part of the series is when Bunny like went down the first flight of stairs on her own, and you were like, "Yes, Queen, you win!" I just
And
want
she
to see
was
her
just
win.
like, I don't know how to do the rest, but I made it here.
Yeah, she was like excited when she got down to the first flight. It was
There
cute.
was a picture that Julian posted of like him holding her, fucking big ass dog, and I was just like, she's
She's
being
a
held.
big cutie.
Super cute.
It's crazy to think that she was like what 3 years old,
Yeah.
and she'd never like. She was literally just kenneled and kept. She was just used for her blood and kept that way in a kennel, I guess. And she just never experienced life.
So, wow. So I didn't take it like I figured like the quality of life wasn't that great.
Mm-hmm.
But like I wonder if it was even like an adoption shelter, like if they had her in like that kind of environment.
I don't
like,
know, because that's what the place they got them from called Grey Save. They work with greyhounds specifically because of the fact that greyhounds are like sought after racing dogs.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, there's a whole like community of people who race dogs and shit, and the weirdness that goes down within that
industry.
Yeah, that shit that goes down with like purebred dogs and stuff. So she's just one of the dogs that didn't end up being a racer and didn't get to experience the fun. I can't imagine what racers have to deal with if that's
they're probably just thrown away. Like, once you can't race or they're not performing as well, they're probably just like,
or kept as donors.
oh,
Yeah,
that sucks.
because she didn't even, I mean, you can tell from the videos that she wasn't even used as a racer. Like, she didn't even know what a ball sounded like.
Yeah.
She was scared of computer
And
fans.
she's 3 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So for yeah, also their lifespan, like
That's-
for 3 years she was in that environment exclusively. Like, I wonder what her puppy life was like. Not
Quiet.
She wasn't. I wonder if she was bred. I mean, like, I wonder if they're like bred for either racing, and if they don't race, they're donors. Like,
Mm-hmm. I bet that's what it was, because she couldn't, you know what I mean? Like, it's basically like she was kept in a box.
yeah,
That's what it looks like,
Because,
because you didn't get
like
anything.
all of her experiences were like if she was like a brand new.
It was like
puppy.
sensory overload for her.
Yeah.
I like that she wanted to sleep at their pool, at their little pool chair.
Yeah.
She just, that's all she wanted, was
Yeah.
to just sleep outside in the pool chair.
That's
I like that.
so
That was
crazy.
really cute.
We love Bunny.
Yeah. I love that they named their dog Bunny.
Yeah, that's cute. I wonder
That's a
how
cute
that
name
came
for a
up.
girl dog. I don't know. Big
It's named
Graveyard
after
Girl
a
fans.
Graveyard Girl. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's also a peak. We love Bunny. Oh, what's happening?
I think it was Jose.
Oh.
In the bathroom or something.
Dude, crazy. Okay, so let's keep it lighthearted. What was your favorite? I think we've had this conversation already, but I want to repeat it. What was your favorite look from the Met Gala, or who wore some of your favorite looks?
Oh
from the
my
Met Gala?
god, do we have, oh my, how much time do we have? Okay. So Met Gala, my faves. Did not like Cardi B.
Okay,
Stupid
so
outfit.
so what did you think of the theme?
Camp?
Fun.
Okay, so it was
It was such a cool opportunity
It
to
was-
wear something crazy, or just fun.
Camp Notes on fashion. I saw a dress that I knew would end up there. Haley Steinfeld wore a Victor and Rolf dress that was like, no pictures please, and she had like a camera bag. That was really cute. Casey Musgraves giving those Gigi Gorgeous tees as
Cosplay.
Moschino Barbie. Cosplaying as Gigi fucking Gorgeous. I know for a fact Gigi Gorgeous was probably like, yes! That's my look. I have it in the
I was
closet.
gonna wear that on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Just because.
My custom pink Moschino motorcycle dress. Like, of course. Of course it's Mecca. Yeah. Her hair dryer fucking bag. Super cute.
Super cute. She looked like, I didn't
Violet
know who that
Chachki
was.
as the glove.
Yeah.
That was a look. That was a severe look.
The
Just
blue
camp
eyeshadow
notes on
too?
fashion. I thought it was so good. And like, obviously you're going to have drag queens. Obviously Billy Porter was serving.
Yes.
Complete.
Carried
that was a
in.
hard serve.
Carried in.
All by
gold.
complete trade.
Yeah.
Which is what the appropriate term for straight acting men that fuck gay men is.
Look
It's
it
called
up.
trade. Okay, Gabriel Zamora, that's the word you were looking for. Anyways, the 4 dudes carrying him in on a golden fucking throne.
Yeah. With wings, and he had wings.
With
Fish.
wings.
He had a Red Bull.
People we were missing. Beyonce wasn't there. I would have loved to see what camp was to her.
That would have been interesting.
Ezra Miller did great.
I love Ezra Miller.
Ezra Miller is
And
a
his
queer
makeup
person.
artist is all over Twitter.
The girl
She's
that
great.
the Instagram girl, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was really good that he like featured her work beautifully. It was done flawlessly. Like the photos couldn't even like
Capture it.
could not clock him.
Yeah.
Could not clock where his eyes were. I was a big fan of what he did. It was cute. It was fun.
Yeah.
The
this was
people.
fun.
Shawn Mendes needed to go home. I would have shown him away at the door.
Yeah, if they had the empowerment.
Gold tips. That's what we're doing. Gold tips in a fucking suit. Rami Malek and the guy that played.
He was there.
Exactly.
Oh, oops.
He played Freddie fucking Mercury and came in a goddamn suit.
Oh no.
He learned nothing. Also, the guy that was in that movie with Hugh Jackman, and he was also in those spy movies. He was in the Robin Hood movie that no one saw.
There was a Robin Hood movie.
Exactly. He was in those movies, and he did the same thing. He played Elton John recently in a movie.
Oh yeah,
in the
yeah,
biopic.
Yeah.
Learned nothing. Came in a fucking suit. The men who did it well did it very well. I thought
Yeah.
Billy Porter did well.
Billy Porter was really good.
I thought Ezra Miller did well. There was another guy that he's from that movie Love, Simon. He played the love interest. He did really well. He had like a really cool like pink wig that was
Who
like.
was the guy that wore the half dress, half suit?
Who cares? I didn't like that outfit. I thought it was.
It wasn't cute, but I like the construction of it. It matched really well.
It was made. Yeah, it was made well, but like it wasn't a good look for me.
I don't know
Gaga's
who that
was
was.
like camp.
She did like a 16-minute performance entrance.
Did you see the Vogue video where she rehearsed everything?
Oh no.
She rehearsed everything and like she was like, "This is how I want it to go. This is how I want the choreography to be. This is how you are to act on the carpet with me." Like it was all orchestrated.
Her like umbrella holders or her people that were around her. There was like a guy in heels. I was just like, there was guys wearing like cute little socks. Like even though they had to be in suits, they were like serving in their
Kim
own little way.
Kardashian.
Yeah,
Camp.
I really liked it.
It was camp. Girl, it was camp.
It was as campy as like a Kardashian is allowed to
But
be.
it was Mugler. Like, how can you not? You know what I mean?
Oh, is that who that was?
Yes.
I don't know.
It was called
I
The
don't
Wet Look, and I think it was made specifically for her,
Oh yeah.
if I'm not mistaken.
And she couldn't even sit down in that corset.
Oh no.
I appreciate it
stand.
just for that.
She had to
Just for the
stand. She had to
sacrifice.
She had to get a special van with a stripper pole in it, so she could stand
Really?
while they took her and then unload her as she got out
Oh my god.
because she can't
Yeah.
sit.
I really appreciated her. Like it was simple and it was very Kim K.
Meanwhile, Violet Chachki is sitting back in her limo in her corset, smoking a fucking cigarette in her Moschino dress.
Well,
like
yeah,
it's not a big deal,
'cause
girl.
she
I'm
was
not
like
lying.
a fetus and she came out with a corset.
she
she-
came out of the womb cinched and pinched.
Yeah, her with that waist.
Aquaria was there. Her look was cute.
Aquaria was cute. The hair was like, okay,
It was decent.
that's where all the plastic straws went. Okay,
hmm
as long as they're not in the ocean. Okay.
California is shaking. California's upset.
The turtles are saved. Yeah. Who else? Who else was there? Rue was there.
Rue was there in a suit.
It was cute.
Meh.
But yeah, I really liked Ezra Miller's. I really liked Gaga's entrance, even though the look
Tracy Ellis Ross was cute in the Moschino outfit with the frame.
with the frame.
Super cute. Love that. It was such a simple look, and it was like very campy. I
Yes.
thought. Sierra in her Diana Ross in the hair.
That's like 5 people's hair.
That was.
That's like 8 people's hair.
There's a village somewhere that is just bald, but they got their oranges.
Yeah.
Sierra gave them
Sierra-
oranges, and she gave them her hair.
Sierra looked really, really pretty. And she's just like, I just love her because she's like tall and like
She's
statuesque.
a tall glass of water. She's a model.
She's fucking beautiful.
She's a singer and a model.
Well, okay, so let's talk. Would be a perfect transition to another topic that we wanted to bring up. There was influencers that were invited to the Met Gala this year. Not sure why, but they were there. And you know what? I really do appreciate the spotlight that's being put on influencer representation, because they need to be there. Just like James Charles said, they have to be represented in like major media outlets.
That's true.
So there was Liza Koshy was there with Vogue again.
Liza Koshy was a Vogue interviewer when everyone finished their looks. She'd be the person they talked to
at the top of the
entering.
stairs.
Like I think the Met Gala is run partly by Vogue, isn't it?
Yeah, I think they're the ones that
Anna Wintour's like one of the chairmen of the Met Gala or something.
Yeah, she's the one that I think invites everybody because it's a museum, so I think it's like a charity event for the museum.
Also, the exhibit itself, I would have loved to go see.
Would have been cool. Oh, let's talk about what did Katy Perry wear besides the
chandelier and the burger?
Chandelier.
Chandelier was fucking stupid.
That was I like the burger. I like it's not a meme, but it's like a clip of her putting on the burger dress and J-Lo passes behind her.
J-Lo leaves the stall
and she's just like, okay.
She's just like, okay.
It's very high school, like very theater kid in high school, and like the popular girl passes by and she's just like, all right, whatever.
Okay, have fun with your burger. Bye.
I love that. That was a cool moment.
They were making fun of her. There's a clip of her and like I think it's like Bella Hadid and like two other people are like taunting her at the Met Gala dinner, like being like, "This bitch is in a burger suit. Do you see her burger girl?" Like I could not. I was like,
I love it though.
I thought
I love Katy Perry just for that, because she's just gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna show up in a burger and it's gonna be like cute. And
Katy Perry is very camp.
Does it?
Yeah,
that's cute.
Mm-hmm.
I might not like her singing, but she wears a burger, so that's fun.
Stream 365.
Who else was there? So Liza was there, James was there,
Alexander Wang was dressing fucking everyone
Lily
there.
Singh. Yeah,
Lily Singh was there, wasn't she?
I think so. She dressed up as a lily. I was just like, cute. Is she really like for real gonna get her talk show?
There was a Bollywood actress that got dressed in Zach Posen that I thought was so fucking pretty. It was like this big Zach Posen like plume dress, and then it had like little urchins on it.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
And it was and her hair was done like old 60s style.
Who wore that?
I don't remember her name, but she's so pretty. I loved her outfit. I like all the Vogue videos of like the stars getting dressed. I was just like eating it up. That was some content, like just to see them get ready.
Yeah.
Liza Koshy, I did not like her outfit. I thought it was stupid.
Yeah, she looked like an envelope.
She was wearing bonbon, and she literally looked like the little envelopes you put in the water and they float away in little bottles.
Yeah. Yeah, Bonbon's really cool. Like I liked his era of when like Kim and Kylie were wearing bonbon a
like
lot.
the boxy
structure.
dresses and yeah.
That was a really cool era.
Dresses.
Now it's just like structural, just to be structural.
That H&M era was their strongest era, and now it's like very niche, strong outfit.
Yeah.
So.
Couture.
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 Couture. It's not a big deal. It's bonbon.
Oh, let us not forget the Cinderella moment that Zendaya gave us.
It was kind of whack.
It was cute, and the reason I liked it so much was because I read her, I think she had like a caption on Instagram that said that the guy that was the fairy godmother or whatever was actually her stylist since back in the Disney days. And I thought that was cute.
That's a nice
It's like a full circle
homage.
moment. She's just like, oh, this is the end of my Disney days, even though I'm still gonna do Spider-Man and get my money. I was just like, cute.
Spider-Man's like very removed from Disney though, isn't it? Like Marvel and Disney are very
I mean, they
separate.
try. It's like as diverse as Disney can be. It's just like, oh yeah, we own it.
There's not Mickeys in it, so
Yeah, it's like, oh, we own it, but you're not supposed to know that we own it. You know, we just control every aspect of it, and you're still gonna give us your money anyway. Like they just bought Hulu, so Disney owns everything. They own. It's like them and Amazon. They're gonna own everything.
Did you hear like the Amazon CEO got a divorce finally?
Yeah.
And his wife took everything.
Oh, is really?
She got like all of her shares in Amazon because she was there since the beginning.
Really?
So she took a good amount of shares.
She's
the richest woman in the world now, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Based off the divorce itself.
I like that tweet of like, oh, we're gonna get divorced, you're gonna get half of everything, and like the car's cut in half, and like the couch and the TV are all cut in half. And I was just like, I would too. I'm not above it.
I would keep it as fucking. If that happened to me in a nasty divorce, I would literally keep it as furniture. I would keep it as decor in my house. I would hang that. I would fucking install that tap TV next, like in another room, a guest room, and then have the
in the guest room.
Yeah, that was fucking art, bitch. That is art from a time. That's art made from emotion. I love that.
That's lemonade at its finest.
Yes.
Lemonade, literally. Lemonade.
Literally lemonade.
How did you feel about Homecoming, Beyonce's Netflix documentary?
So I've watched all the illegal streams and all the Google Drives. Not my proudest moment, but I missed the YouTube stream. So, that being said, it's a serve. She worked so hard on it, so hard. Did you watch it?
Yeah.
Have you the scenes where she's like, "I'm back in the dress. I can wear the dress now," and she was just like,
so
"They're like, you gonna eat in the dress?" She was like, "Nope." She's like, I still have some ways to go, but I'm in the dress again. That's what's most important.
I know.
She worked so fucking hard on everything. She cut. What the fuck was she eating?
You can't eat carbs. She wasn't eating sugar.
No cheese.
No dairy. And I was just like,
what the fuck did you eat, bitch? Ice cubes? Like what?
Yeah.
Apples and chicken?
That was the other day. I had like a really shitty workout and I felt so down on myself that I couldn't like persevere through it. I was just like, this is not what Beyonce would do.
Beyonce cut everything.
And I came home and I cried about it because I wasn't Beyonce.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
That's very you. That's very on brand for you.
And I still haven't started my period, so I think I'm pregnant.
Don't you dare. Don't let this be the announcement.
I know. Right? I don't know what's wrong with me. Hormonal imbalance right now.
Wow.
Yeah. That was my last Thursday. I went for a walk.
I thought I like was having like major like broken bones weather vibes a few weeks ago.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like when you're like, oh, my bone hurts and I broke because of the weather. But it was because of the fact that I strained my shoulder in the gym. And I took a day off of the gym last week because I had like my laser shit going on, so I couldn't go. And literally it like felt better this week and I was like, oh, I literally hurt myself in the gym. You stupid bitch. Why would you do this?
Only hypochondriacs in this house.
Yeah. Virgo antics.
Only hypochondriacs and anxiety disorders in this house, please.
Basically.
Literally, as my roommate just comes back from urgent care because he took an antibiotic that he didn't need.
I cannot say enough how nice he was to me as I was coming in, as he was going to urgent care. That was so weird. He was like, okay, I didn't even recognize you. And I was like, I know, right? Where's Nancy? And he was just like, okay, bye. Closes the door behind me because I didn't do it.
Oh yeah,
he closed the door.
Yeah, I love that.
Oh my god, most polite person I've known in a while. But yeah. I thought lemonade, not lemonade. Oh my god, forgive me. Homecoming. I thought it was very good.
Did you think it was gonna go?
Some things
There's a right and a wrong answer.
There's no wrong answer, but you can definitely.
What do you think?
Right.
Okay, this is a predictive moment. What do you think is gonna be her next move?
Well, I know she's back in the studio because the people she works with are bragging about it. Yeah. They're like, she's back in the studio, and the hive is like, yeah.
Okay, I'm trying to think. Do I have anything else going on?
Have you seen the video of the girl reacting to her photo of her being like the runner? It was like a Halloween photo like last year, and she like posted a photo of her in like this little runner's outfit, and it had like a little number on it, and it was like 3:51. And people were like, she's coming March 51st? Oh my god. And I was just like,
mark your calendars, March 51st.
March 14th. Like, very stupid hive antics, and I just could not.
Oh my god.
But yeah, the one person mentioned that she was in the studio, so I know she's working.
That's good. I'm excited to see what she puts out on it. How she tops herself.
Yeah, honestly, because every album has like been boom, 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 boom.
And just better than the next.
Honestly, if she farted for an hour into a microphone, I'd be like, she really went off.
Wow, she really reinvented
Rihanna
ASMR.
Riri could never, and she honestly won't, apparently, because she's focusing on fucking Fenty and X Savage. So,
you know, I'm down for some underwear I can't fit in.
Yeah. When she releases that men's line, I know I'm standing.
Yeah.
With my wallet and my heart. I know. I'm making jokes,
Heart
but I know I'm gonna go
second.
off. Yeah. Excuse me. There's like my third glass bomb in my bag right now.
You're like, have you seen this butt? I'm gonna put it in some Riri.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, there's no
questions asked.
Period.
I can't afford it, so
Yeah.
I'll admire from afar.
Ooh. You have like actual notes. I just had like screen grabs.
I have screen grabs too, but I don't ever organize them. So we probably have like a good half an hour. Okay, so whatever happened with Trisha Paytas and Ethan Klein? So he like mentioned,
I heard about that.
He did. I haven't seen the video, but he like made a whole ass video. And this is like, I love him, but like he gets really cringy sometimes when he does like videos like that. So Ethan Klein, if you don't know, is H3H3 on YouTube. H3H3 and HH3 podcast. They do their podcast a lot more now. Well, he was known as, has kind of taken a step back from YouTube.
Was he exposed?
No. I mean, he has some sense. I mean, yes and no. And this is why. Because he has some sense to him. He's not an idiot, but he is very much like a shock value guy.
Yeah, I can see that.
He's like, he has like reaction videos that he makes. So something will happen and it'll be a meme and he'll have a reaction.
YouTubers that just do reaction videos.
And he'll do like a reaction, but usually he has some sort of like actual social commentary that's like underlying of the troll. So in this one, his social commentary was like people like extremely photoshopping themselves on Instagram and portraying like basically being a negative influence.
I love the Instagram account that I follow. I think it's called like Celebrity Face or Face something like that, Face Shop or something. Ooh. Where they follow all the celebrities and then they find the original photos from the paparazzi and like blank it out in Photoshop, and they like show the original photo and then they pop in the edit.
So like a little animation.
And it shows like the difference between like Kylie Jenner's editor literally just like swoop on the baby's forehead.
Really?
I will show you later.
So literally that's what he
Stop moving that around.
So sorry. I'm like, wait, it makes me feel powerful. It makes me feel like I have a dick, you know?
Good for you.
I know, I need it somehow.
Strap up.
So that's literally what he did. So he made a video basically commenting on how all these influencers, celebrities, Photoshop their pictures on Instagram, and a lot of young people follow their impressionable young people follow their accounts and hold themselves up to that standard and buy gummy vitamins or buy like Fit Teas or whatever to
just pick a side, why don't you?
To well, I haven't watched the video. That's the thing. That's like the summation.
I haven't watched the new one. Gabriel Zamora is already on Twitter being like, and keep it 100. Period.
So he made a video and he was like going in really hard on these celebrities, but like commenting on their bodies. That's the problem that I had. That's the part where I had a problem. Yeah. Because he was just like, oh, you look like X, Y, and Z, and like he would say something just honestly kind of rude, like, oh, you look like a whale. Or
he could present it for what it is and leave it at that, but he decided to have an opinion.
He should have just said, hey, you know, you're young people watch your shit, you know. But that's not gonna get him the clicks.
Isn't he like straight and white?
Yeah, he's like, I think he's married and expecting a kid. So, and he's like Jewish, so
disappointed
like,
but not surprised.
So like a lot of people, so obviously Trisha came up because she's like queen of Photoshop, and so he's just like Trisha paid us, like she looks like a totally different person on this picture and like looks super photoshopped and like done up in this,
in those unplugged ass wigs. She literally buys wigs and wears them right out of the box. She doesn't pluck them. Them hairlines are fucking full. You know who has the hairline of an American Girl doll? That's what I want to know.
You know,
no baby hairs, full bleach blonde. Yeah, I believe it. It's believable. A full head of bleach blonde cornrows. Are you kidding?
You know,
and that Facetune did
she hadn't had a scandal in a while.
She needs to chill out with that.
Well, yeah. So Trisha was not feeling it. She was just like, "How dare you?" Like, I'm like, oh.
Did she do it on her kitchen floor?
Oh yes, 100%. So he was featured on Trisha Paytas' kitchen floor. I think she deleted the video and then she went off on Twitter and like she like tweeted to his wife. Ooh. And the wife and she was just like, you need to divorce this guy. He's so toxic. You shouldn't defend him because blah 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 blah. And it was just like this whole thing. And I was just like, you know, you have a point, but like you didn't have to like call her fat and like like you didn't have to do all that. So I was like on both sides. I was just like, Trisha, but you also Photoshop yourself to filth. Like that's obviously not an accurate representation of like who you are. But also she'll flip the coin and be like the biggest like hot mess, like straight out of the bed. Crazy.
If you're believing everything that she posts to her Instagram and you don't watch her videos that are linked in the bio, then that's your fault. That's on you. Not
even just her, but like anybody.
Yeah.
Like anybody that posts anything on Twitter, like on Twitter or Instagram, like you're obviously trying to portray your best self. Or like, bitch, if you don't look into my phone and see that I have Facetune 2 right now, like you got the wrong one.
I didn't know there was 2 different Facetunes.
I think they like, I don't know if they rebranded or just like updated the app, but it's called Facetune 2 now and it has more features. I don't know. That's cool. I was messing with it the other day. I made myself look like
that's like the one monthly payment influencers have to have.
Yeah.
They pay for the extra brushes on Facetune.
Yeah. Yeah.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
But that had happened. So YouTube is on fire right now.
YouTube is a fucking... And meanwhile, Jake Paul and Tana Mongeau are like dating and like borrowing each other's Twitters.
Are they dating?
Well, they're like dating, like clout dating, basically. Because it's nothing's like serious or confirmed. Looks like they're doing their own thing.
Yeah.
But
who, Jake or Logan? Jake
and Tana. Did I say Jake?
I don't know. They're all the same person to me.
Yeah.
But
One of the Pauls is feigning a relationship with Tana Mongeau, and it actually is kind of nice because they're like two problematic whites just like really teaming up to have like super team. And she borrowed his Twitter for a week.
Together.
That's what they were saying. But she took his Twitter for a week. And there were like girls tweeting her like, "Sis, tell him to unblock me." And she unblocked her and then tweeted her from the account that she was taking from him and was like, "I got you. Here we are."
Oh my god.
She's so stupid.
She's like
she's very self-aware though.
Oh, 100%. She's like, "I'm a tornado. I'm a mess." Sorry. When you excused yourself at the restaurant, the people next to us were talking about James Charles and Tati. I thought it was so funny. I
had a moment in the bathroom. An intense, stupid moment. I didn't tell you this. Oh my god, because I just like signed and I left because I didn't want to get in trouble. So I went to the bathroom and there's like two stalls, the disabled stall and then like a regular stall. And I thought I was gonna go in the regular stall because it was the closest one. I had to go to the bathroom. I had to poop. So I like tried to open it and it was like stuck. Like the top of the stall was stuck where the wall was, so it like wouldn't open for me. And I couldn't tell that at first, and it wouldn't open. So I go to the one next to it, and that one doesn't open, but that one's like locked. And I'm like, I touch the top of it and I shake it, and I'm talking to myself. I'm like, is it locked? Is anyone in there? And I like look in and I see the toilet and I don't see anyone. I was like, no one's in there. What the fuck?
I saw somebody come out after you went in, so someone was in there.
Let me get to it.
And it was an employee.
Fuck.
It was an employee. It looked like an employee unless they were just wearing all black.
So yeah, I shook the stall, and I was like, fuck. And I go to this one. I was like, oh, now you open. So I go and I poop and I hear the toilet flush, and then I see someone not even wash their hands.
Ew! Oh no!
And but honestly, I wouldn't wash my hands either if someone fucking
trying to break into your stall.
If some man with long hair is trying to break into your fucking stall while you're taking a shit or wiping your ass. I felt so bad. I said sorry as he was like leaving because I was just like, I felt so bad. And I didn't know who it was. I didn't see who it was that was leaving or anything like that because I was in the stall shitting already. Because it finally fucking opened for me. But I was sorry. And I heard like a pause, and then I heard the door leave. And I was like, or the door open and close. So I was like, okay, fuck.
Yeah, he came out, and I was just like, we had just had the conversation of you being like misgendered at places. And so I like looked at his face, and he like looked perfectly neutral. Like,
because he didn't see me. Thank God he didn't see me. Thank God. I can still go back there and be fine. I just can't wear those shoes.
I get you just something. I just can't wear those shoes.
I just can't wear the same shoes. Oh my God, whoever you are, I'm so sorry, sweetie. You're doing nothing. You did nothing wrong. I was King Kong in that bitch. Yes, this is King Kong, Miss King Kong.
I just really had to shit, and you were in my way.
Cause oh my God, I was like, oh my God, are they like both broken? I was so shook at first, and then it opened for me, and I was like, thank God. I had to go. It was bad, but oh my God, that was so dumb of me. I literally was like to the stall, like rattling the whole like structure, trying to get in like a fucking cat under a door. I was about to go underneath.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I was like, I'm so happy you didn't like look underneath because he would have been like,
excuse me. Like when I worked at JCPenney, I had a child do that to me. Really? I was on the toilet with my pants down, and a child like I see like a little hand, and I was like, they're short. They're probably just putting their hand there. Yeah. And then I see, hello, and he comes into the stall with me. He's fully in the stall, standing, looking at me like, hello, and he's literally saying hello at me, and I'm like, hi. Can you get out? And the guy in the other stall is like, fuck, and it's his kid, and he's like, I see like the little belt like not even get put on. He like throws the belt to the side and puts his pants up, and he's like, get the fuck out of the stall, Trevor. Why? And just takes his kid out and leaves. That he doesn't even finish shitting. I'm like, did he wipe? Like, what?
Did he flush?
Whatever. But I've had that happen at JCPenney, and then the time the guy literally looked over the stall at me, and then was like, "There's no napkins." What?
Wait, what do you mean the stall? Like the urinal?
He came in.
No, the stall.
He came in to like pee, and then I guess he realized he had to like whatever. So when he was like, he saw me come in with my little badge, and I went into the stall to go like take a shit because I take a shit.
Because I'm human too.
Yeah. So I go in and he sees me come in and he knows I'm employed. So I go to like the stall and I take a shit, and then he like goes to wash his hands and he finishes, and then he comes over to the stall and like hand over the stall, looks over at it, looks at me on the toilet, and he's like, "There's no napkins." And
so
I have like my phone in my hand, dick in the other, pushing it down to make sure I don't like piss all
everywhere.
over the rim. And I'm like, "Are you fucking serious?" And he looks at me and he goes like, I guess like he processes it in his head, and he's like,
"Oh, this is wrong."
"Oh fuck, I'm sorry, man." And he like leaves, and I think that's the end of it. I finish, I wash my hands, I leave, and then the woman at the right next to the restrooms there's like an area we can pick up online orders, and her name's Rosemary, and Rosemary's like, "Is there no napkins in the men's restroom?" And I'm like, that do take nerve. And I told her what happened, and she was just like, "That is so rude." So is there napkins? Like, it was one of those like really weird, stupid moments, and I was like, "Are you fucking serious?"
No, there's no fucking napkins.
No, there's no fucking napkins. Use your ass. Like, I was so mad. I wanted to like stop that
Everything.
day. I just wanted to go home. I was so pissed. Store manager apologized. He was like, that's why we say to go downstairs to go to the bathroom, Miguel.
Oh
People
my
are
God.
weird.
Because people are weird.
Yeah, 'cause people act weird in the bathrooms upstairs. That's why we don't use the public bathrooms.
You're
Don't
like,
react with the
"I
public.
needed to go."
Don't mingle.
You're like, "I didn't make him go over my stall."
Yeah, but
I was just scrolling on Twitter.
yeah. Now when I go in, I know the code to like go downstairs in that store. So I'm sometimes just like,
I'm not gonna.
am I really just gonna like break into downstairs in this place I no longer work at to go take a shit in peace?
You're like, yes, I am.
But they play pranks in the restrooms downstairs too, so I don't want to do all that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there was a guy in the men's department who put like ketchup underneath the toilet seat, the little packets that are like the little tub, and when you sit in it,
It'll explode.
it'll explode and get all over like your balls and your ass.
Ew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People are fucking stupid there.
I hate everything.
Yeah.
Humanity can't be trusted.
Mhm. But
People, that's so rude.
yeah, very much so. Vibes,
Ooh.
But yeah, I made a mess at 888 today.
Literal and figurative.
I made some noise today.
That was an employee too. I'm gonna try to remember his face. It was our server.
No, it wasn't.
I just wanted to freak you out. I don't know. I can't really recall. I don't think.
I love that you were. He was like, "Can I take this?" And you were like, "Yeah, it's Pepsi." He was like,
I just wanted to clear the plates, but all right. And then he comes back with Pepsi, and I didn't even drink it. I felt so bad. I wasn't thirsty anymore.
I could not. It wasn't even all the way gone. It was so silly.
Oh, I felt so bad. He was just like, "Oh, okay."
I like how the girl was like, "What do you want to drink?" And I was like, "Do you guys have Coke?" "No." "Do you guys have Sprite?" "No, we have 7-Up." And I was like, "What the fuck do y'all have?"
He's like, "No, we have Pepsi." I was like, "Oh, okay, I'll take a Sprite." And she's like, "We have 7-Up." And I was just like, you're just like, "I'll just take a water."
I was like, "Just give me a water. I don't want to complicate this anymore." Ooh.
Don't look at your foot and say, "Ooh, again."
My blister. Remember I got a blister for my sandals when I wore them for a walk?
Yeah.
It's like empty now.
Ew.
It's like, I just felt it. I was like, what's this bubble?
All over my floor. Gee, thanks.
You're welcome.
You're hospitable once.
No, I think it's like been empty. Because it never actually popped, but now it's just, I thought
I love
it
that
was,
feeling though. When like a blister just like,
no, I don't
or
think
when you do it.
It never popped.
Really?
I think it like
Blisters
went back.
are the ones that have like water in them or some shit like that, right?
Yeah.
I've had that before.
But I didn't do it to a point where it like got stressed out and needed to be popped. So like
Oh.
I left it alone and it like started and then it went away and now it's like, now I'm just dead skin.
Oh, speaking of, for some reason I don't remember what I was looking at that I ended up in like a pedicure hole on YouTube.
A what?
Yeah. It was like people getting pedicures and it was just like on really like fucking nasty janky feet and like I guess people getting like
Transformations before and afters.
Yeah, befores and afters of like 45-minute long videos of like people like in a foot soak, getting like their nails clipped, getting like the edges, like apparently there's like your nail obviously has an edge and like separating that edge and like getting like the stuff out, like the dead skin that falls in there. And I was just like, ew. And I watched like about an hour and a half of it and I was just
I get
like,
so scared to get my nails done because I have like weird like dry skin that like flakes off and stuff on them. And I'm just like, don't touch me.
no, they get rid of it. But somehow like when I did it for a friend's wedding, like I came out looking really, really nice, and like the nails were all done and shit, but like afterwards, like not even like 48 hours later, like it just came back up, because I guess they just clip it and it looks nice for that moment, and then later on I was
for the IG,
for the Instagram, yeah,
for that one photo on your steering wheel,
and then I'm me, so I just like don't moisturize my hands.
Reaches into your bag once.
Yeah, and like I don't moisturize or like trim or anything, and I bite my nails to fuck, so like they just look ugly again.
Yeah.
But yeah, I watched like almost 2 hours of like foot transformation videos. I was just like, good for you.
Good for you. That is what you deserve.
Yeah.
You deserve just like a YouTube poop. I go down the whole of like all the channels I've unsubscribed.
Oh.
And I'm like, what are they up to now? Where are they now?
They're not on YouTube.
Where's Zoella?
Where's Zoella at? Oh.
Plot twist, she's still a millionaire. Just no one cares.
Oh yeah. What's Ingrid Nielsen doing?
Who?
Yeah, exactly.
Charles Trippy.
Charles Trippy. Is he still in that band? He was in a band.
Yeah, I know. We the Kings or something.
Mm-hmm.
After he cheated on his wife. Ugh. YouTube has been a mess this month.
It's been bad.
That guy cheated on his elf wife, and then
Elf wife. Oh yeah.
and then that girl that was like, "You didn't cheat on her with me, blah blah blah. Don't believe everything you read." And then she went private on Twitter, and it was like, "Oh."
Wasn't that the guy that was like asking girls for like underage girls for like nudes and stuff? Like
which one, bitch? Like they're which straight dude on fucking YouTube? Be more specific.
I don't remember.
It's
his
not
name. Oh,
Lan.
I'm Jared or something. Jared.
Pro Jared.
Yeah, some shit like that.
They deleted all of his videos that he was featured on Game Grumps with.
I don't even know who he is.
It's a game. Have you ever heard of Girlfriend Reviews on YouTube?
Mm.
It's not a YouTube channel for gaming. It's should you let your boyfriend play this game? Based off of what the girl who watches her boyfriend play the video games thinks of the game.
Sick. That's cool.
She was like, I love the way Breath of the Wild looked, but I hated the sound that it makes when you open your map. The doo-doo, 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 doo-doo. Because she's like, I could hear that every day for at least like 1,500 times.
I love that. No Skyrim. Love the music. Love the way it looks. But literally did not have a boyfriend for like 2 months. 3 months.
Same.
4
My
months.
boyfriend was like, can I go upstairs and play Skyrim?
Oh,
And
no,
now we're just
there
like
was-
completely separate when I go over. He's
there
like,
was no permission.
no, but Mark is very, he used to want to host all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I'm just here to like spend time with you, have sex tonight, and go to a movie tomorrow. Like,
Yeah.
I know the deal. Do you?
Did you forget? I'm a
Yeah.
girl.
But yeah, now I just go over and I make my snack, we eat, we gossip, and then he goes back upstairs to play video games, and I stay downstairs with Smooch and we just like watch videos on YouTube
Aww,
and act stupid. And then we have dinner together, and then he goes back upstairs to finish his game, and then I douche. And I also watch more videos, and like I have a friend that streams on Twitch now, so
Oh yeah.
I go on stream and stan.
Fun.
Yeah. it's fun.
Wait, Twitch is just not just for games though, right?
No,
There's like
you
other
can.
people that do other stuff.
You can go on Twitch and just talk with the audience.
just like live streaming.
You can social eat. You can.
It's literally just like live stream, right?
Yeah, you can. There are even people on Twitch who stream RuPaul's Drag Race when it premieres.
Stop.
So that way you can stream it on your phone whenever it's convenient for you. Or people do. I know one of them was doing like the Legend of Korra, like the whole Avatar series Legend of Korra one weekend. So they were like nonstop. Here it is. It's on autoplay. I'm going to bed y'all night.
Wow.
But like they allowed the stream to stay open, and then the audience could like talk in the chat.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's a very interactive space, and I
And
really
they
like
don't
that
get
aspect of
dinged and
Twitch.
like copyright for that?
Girl,
Or is like it's the wild west of the internet right now?
that's the Wild West, bitch.
Wow.
It's streaming until it's not. I think it did get taken down the next day, but like it took a whole day, and the Twitch people who handle everything understand,
They get it.
and like you can set it to where you don't take tips, so like it's literally just like streaming content,
Oh,
and
doing
like
it for
no
the
one's
culture.
no one's making any money. This is all just because I love y'all.
How nice.
So I mean your account gets banned, whatever, you can make a new account,
Yeah.
and get a different email,
Yeah.
get that Twitch email set up.
Wow. Cause like Jenna and Julian, like I love them so much, and like they're always on Twitch, and
I watch them on Twitch.
Yeah.
It's mostly Julian, but yeah.
I really don't like fuck with games that much, like to the point like I know some people don't like play games, will watch games. I don't find it that interesting. I'm just like
I watch I use Twitch as a social media network now because one, I found out there's a large gay community on it. 2, I like that when people do what's it called, speed playthroughs or whatever it's called, run throughs of a game, it's basically finishing a game in its entirety in like a certain amount of time, and or as fast as you can. And some
like
there's
story mode or whatever.
yeah, and there's a guy who did Mario Odyssey, and I suck at Mario Odyssey, and I didn't want to play it because of it, but he's like teaching me things. So I'm seeing how he beats enemies now. I'm seeing like how easy it is to do stuff, and he does shit like
That you wouldn't even think
he
of.
got all the moons in one stage in like 10 minutes. That took me like 5 days.
Shit.
Yeah, so I was like, okay.
What is he doing?
Yeah, and I haven't even finished that. I've almost finished Breath of the Wild, and I got that like third in the games that I've gotten.
Really?
I don't know why I always doubt that Zelda's gonna be a good game when they put it out, but it's always a good game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the last one that came out, right?
And it's like the most like
Isn't
immersive
that the
one.
the title thing that they had for the Switch? Like when
Yeah,
first
it was
came
like
out?
the game
The
to
game.
play, and it would keep you busy until Christmas time. Like when they brought out the Switch, they were like, "This game will keep you busy for a very long time."
Really?
Because it's Skyrim,
I wanted
but
to
Zelda.
get. Oh.
Yeah.
I wanted to get that for Shane, but I didn't know if he would actually play it. Because he
He
likes
would.
Zelda, but I think he only likes like one specific one.
He would like it. I
Yeah.
think he would like it.
Also, we never use that thing anymore,
Oh yeah.
so I thought it would be nice to have the Switch.
It's literally just the handheld part.
Yeah.
Except super portable. I'm actually thinking about getting a couple more games on it because I've seen streamers play this one called Hollow Knight and then Gungeon. I want to play both of those. Gun Dungeon. Yeah.
Don't know what it is.
Super good. Love the Switch. Love the content. Loving Twitch as a social media network now. I enjoy it. Thomas Halpert is on Twitch.
Really?
Yeah, he plays Overwatch.
How's he doing? He hasn't been on YouTube very
Not
much.
well, bitch.
Oh, really?
I mean, he's doing as good as he can with the subscribers that he has.
I like really liked him, and then like I don't know. Ever since his like last little drama came out, I was just like,
He's
I
trying real
kept-
hard to mind his business.
that's good. I kept watching. Like I watched like probably like a handful of videos, and then they just kind of stopped coming.
Yeah.
And I guess that's kind of why I lost interest.
He's just diving into other places to spread his seed.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
good though, cause like
I just don't like that when it comes to people who like speak with their chest about like certain issues, like race and stuff like that. Like once you're exposed, you just don't talk about it anymore.
yeah.
I'm just like, what happened? Where's that energy?
It doesn't mean that it goes away.
Yeah, it doesn't mean that like it's just you can't talk about it anymore. Like,
Yeah.
It may sound a little hypocritical in contrast to your old opinions, but
Yeah.
like
But growing up is what people do.
yeah. So, but I don't know. I don't know. So we're not going to talk about abortion?
About what?
About ladies' rights.
I mean, we've been talking for an hour and a half, and I'll just leave it with Megan Stallion for president. Megan the Stallion for president, and whatever's happening in Alabama,
She's going to let the U.S. drive the boat.
It should just affect the Alabama. No, I don't even fucking know. Like, so we can't even say that I'm surprised because, like, Donald Trump in 2016 ran with the campaign, especially in southern states, that he was going to try to take away Roe versus Wade and have it overturned. So we been knew that he was trying to do this. I just, like, I can't lie and say that I wasn't caught off guard that it would be under those terms in states, like, where that would pass, that it would literally, like in Alabama, how they're saying that if you're a victim of rape or incest, that you won't have access to an abortion. Like that.
And can we talk about that real quick?
To me,
sorry to interrupt.
Makes
That doesn't just affect women. That affects
yeah,
trans
people.
men.
Yes.
That affects anyone with a fucking womb
Yes.
and a vagina. And who's to say those laws don't also affect the healthcare that's provided to people for that too? I think it's
You know, I think I looked into it. In Alabama, there's only like 3 medical establishments that will perform an abortion in the whole state. 3
and even
in the whole state.
Tamara Laurent was right. Toyota Lasagna said that it's only going to fucking
I remember
affect.
saying that.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Where she said it's
tweeted that the
basically
other
just
day.
going to make the process of terminating a pregnancy more dangerous for women.
Yes.
It's because that gun shit. They say, just because it's banned doesn't mean we're not gonna have them. Like the same energy is gonna apply to situations where medical necessity is gonna be.
If someone doesn't want to have a kid, they're not gonna have a kid, and they will go through whatever means possible to not have a kid, and that could put not their life at danger. Obviously, the fetus's life in danger. Like, that you're omitting a part. You're taking away a safe method of terminating a pregnancy.
Yep.
And whatever way they got to that condition of just being pregnant is none of your business. So like you're literally taking away something that's safe for women, that they can access semi-affordably, primarily safe, and you're just eliminating that resource for them because you disagree with it. Because, and like this is why I kind of didn't want to talk about it, because my underlying fundamental disagreement to why this is even passing or even permissible in states is because people are religious.
Oh, definitely.
And like we've had this conversation many times on the podcast before, where it's just like, especially in this particular situation where you're telling anybody who has had their first period and is capable of getting pregnant, anybody who is in a semi-sexually abusive living establishment, that if they were to become pregnant, which is completely out of their control, by the way, it's not really a conscious effort that you make. If it was, a lot of people that couldn't have kids would have kids.
Yeah.
Are gonna get pregnant out of completely out of their control, which some men just do not understand, because some men think that if you get pregnant, your body has a way, quote unquote, of knowing that it's a rape and that will do something to terminate a pregnancy.
What the fuck does that even mean?
Like people don't get it. And that's the thing, is that they stand by their beliefs that they were indoctrinated probably from a young age to believe that a pregnancy is a blessing, and having a child is something that people want, and like is something that they do willingly, is something that doesn't happen against their will, it's
that's
something
true.
That like you have a conscious effort into doing, and it's not. And that's like, we need to stop associating consciousness immediately when there's a pregnancy or there's the quote unquote heartbeat, which is not a heartbeat. Like you can have what is it called, not a pulse, but like you can have what sounds like a heartbeat really, really early in the pregnancy, and it's still not a sentient being. It's not something that has any sort of structure in the embryo. It's something that like it's not alive. It's tissue. Like it's not sentient. It doesn't have feelings. It doesn't know anything. And the fascination of associating that with life, like if that thing would be able to be viable outside of the womb, it wouldn't need us. And also, is that going to be equated to fertilized eggs, embryos that are created in a lab? Because that shit happens too, babe. Are they gonna have to stay alive, or if that fucks up and doesn't become a viable human being, is somebody going to be criminalized? Because it doesn't work.
Oh.
It literally doesn't. Or like, how does that? Why do they do that?
Yeah. How does it? Can you like fertilize an egg and then like freeze it and it be saved? Or do they have to like save both and then mix it together?
Mm-hmm. I think they have to be separate.
Oh, okay.
But like obviously it's like the same legislation is not going to apply to an egg that's fertilized outside of a womb.
Yeah.
Why? Because they're not trying to protect a life or what they deem as a life. They're trying to police women's bodies, and like it sucks to say, but like, and it sucks to hear, because nobody wants to hear that, oh, I'm a person who's taking away rights from somebody, but you are.
Yep.
100% are, and it's disproportionately going to affect women of color, poor people, people that don't have access, that already don't have the access to the monetary resources that it takes to get these procedures anyways.
Yep.
And it's just like you don't get it.
Nope. I have mostly sisters, so I kind of and also I'll never have to make that kind of decision. Yeah. And along with that, it's what was I thinking? It was a train of thought and I lost it. Oh, sorry. I was left at the station. No, excuse me. Let me gather my thoughts. So,
like, I think you would already have a different opinion than what some of these politicians have. Like, you were raised with sisters.
No, you're right. Yeah, because I just had, I grew up with girls in my life, and I know the kind of bullshit you deal with when you are pregnant and having a child, and it's just crazy to me that this is what I was gonna say, that there's so much hullabaloo about the process of pregnancy and policing a woman's body while she's, you know, with child or what have you, that we don't have government resources to allow these families to get assistance once the child is born.
Oh yeah.
There's
100%.
it's like
There's
so
a few.
there's a few, but I mean,
If
even
you're poor
then
enough
it's a
to qualify.
it's a rigorous process that isn't always favorable to any woman that has a child that may or may not have the means. It shouldn't matter to you, right? Because it was a life, right? Wouldn't you want to assist that person? Like, wouldn't public
Once they're
assistance want
born?
to? Yeah. What happened? Where's that energy?
Yeah.
What, like,
And
I don't
even
understand
then,
that.
once the person is born and the mother, surprise, still doesn't want a baby, and surprise, maybe puts them up for adoption, or they grow up in a fucking toxic ass environment.
Not every foster home's the same.
Ideally, puts them up for adoption. What resources are available to them there?
Yep.
How much effort is going into finding a home for that child? How much effort is going into advertising adoption, or like, I know that Planned Parenthood will give you your options if you really are in doubt of having this baby, and they'll let you know right then and there that adoption is a process. But like, what efforts are put, and this is coming from a place of ignorance on my part because I don't know. I'm literally asking those questions.
Yeah.
This is not a redundant question. It's like, what efforts are put into letting people know who want children, like what resources are available, like for example, not to put her out, but like my sister was older and wanted a baby. She was in a long-term relationship with her partner, wanted a baby, and they were having trouble conceiving.
Did she ever have a baby?
Yeah, he's about to be one.
Oh, cool.
And lucky for her, like, he came out okay. Her pregnancy was good, healthy. She didn't struggle very much. She wasn't put in danger at the moment of birth because some people have issues. She, like, let's say if she didn't want the baby still, even after it was born, like, what efforts are put into at that point to assure her that even though she loves her child, she carried it to term, he was born healthy, blah 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 blah, to assure her that her baby's going to go to a safe place? Like, how much after can you stay in contact with that person? Like all of these details that people are just not educated on. Like, even me as a person who would be an ideal candidate, like, people are already asking me just socially in my family, just like, oh, when are you going to get married? When are you going to have a kid? Do you want kids? And I feel weird. Like I feel like I'm letting, like, a disappointment that I have to tell people, just like, oh, haha, no. Or like,
no, thank you.
I'm not the one. You know, like, I have to find a weird verbiage to, like...
You want me to have a baby?
Obviously, these people, like, don't know me. Like, they're, like, close family members, and it's almost like a default. It's almost like a default. Like, oh, you're a woman of age, you know, that we deem appropriate to have a child. But, like, 5 years ago, if I were to get pregnant, I'd be a disappointment.
Yep.
The fuck?
Yep.
Like... my whole life I was told, like, if I get pregnant, you would disappoint your dad, you would not get an education, you would miss out on so many opportunities, you would have to struggle, you wouldn't have any money, all bad things. And then I turned 25, like, a flip was switched.
All of a sudden a timer starts.
And they're like, oh, when are you gonna have a kid? Like, you're not gonna get any younger. Oh, you've been with this person for 3 years, are you gonna have a kid? Or
the
like,
egg hunt
when
begins.
are you gonna get married? People that want to do it appropriately are like, oh, when are you gonna get married so you can have a kid? And I'm just like, you were the same person that told me that if I got married, I'd disappoint everybody in my family. Like, what is happening right now? And I was just like, do you think I just fucking forgot?
That's going to be so fun to edit. I'm going to listen to that 5 times. I'm going to slow it down.
I was like, did you think I just fucking forgot? Like, that's still all in my head. Like, oh, it's going to change your body. And now because...
When you have the receipts.
Yeah. I was just like, bitch, did you not just fucking remember? Because I have screenshots.
And there was a gift with purchase.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, no. And, like, it's so shocking and surprising to tell somebody who especially has had a kid, but someone, and it's even so much more hurtful to tell somebody who has either had a miscarriage and doesn't have a kid, or someone who is struggling to have a kid, like, for me to tell them I don't want a kid when I possibly have the
can't process the thought
to have a kid. It hurts them, and especially if I'm conscious of
but you'll
of
never
their
know
struggles.
how happy I am.
Yeah.
And it's like, what if I don't want to be your happy?
What if I want to be my own version of happy?
Yeah.
I was just like, you'll never know what I could have because you have a kid. And I obviously can never fathom or relate what you have because
the difference
you
is
have
you're
a
okay
kid.
with that.
But the difference is I have the choice to make that.
Yeah.
I have the privilege in a first world country to make that choice. And you're taking that privilege away.
Yep.
You're taking that choice away. Like, whether the whole point of this entire conversation is that you have to let women have the choice, and given that you're not a woman, you don't get to dictate.
Yeah, the fact that it's mostly old white men making these decisions for women is like very, very expected and typical that this kind of thing would happen, and it's totally out of everyone's control because of the fact that these are the people making those decisions.
And when it comes to everybody that's shocked, it's just like, these are the people that you voted for. These are the people that got the most votes. So this is why state elections matter.
Yes, very much.
And so
that bothers me so much when people are like, I don't vote because of the electoral college, and I'm like, but you have choice in state elections, and those are the people that
represent your state and represent the electoral college.
Yeah, so like, excuse me,
I'm no mathematician, but
yeah, like
this shit doesn't add up.
The president's like the last thing you vote for.
Yeah,
because who the fuck cares? Exactly.
And also,
but
like, if you're living in your, obviously you have to follow state and federal rules or laws, but like, if you think about it, it would be more beneficial to you to vote in your state elections and to encourage everybody in your community and your family to vote in your state elections, because those are the laws that you're going to be upheld to first.
Oh, I already know when I vote this coming year, I'm going to do that. Have you seen that video of the guy at Burger King? He's like, banned. And the girl's like, let me talk to the manager. And he's like,
he's the manager?
Yeah. And I'm going to do that with my I voted sticker. I already know.
Voted.
Mm-hmm.
I voted. Wow.
I already know. I'm ready to act stupid on social media.
Like,
fucking stupid.
It's like very expected. Like, I knew it was gonna happen, and I honestly, if I would have thought about it a lot harder, not gonna lie, it would happen in states like Georgia, in states like Alabama. Here, it's a matter of time, and that before it happens here, where they're just aching to pass some sort of bullshit law. And like, honestly, like, it scares me. But and then at that point, that's the thing, is like, if you don't offer people that are just not educated on these situations, if they're not being safe, if they're not being precautious, if they know that they're not of age or not ready mentally, emotionally, physically to carry a child to term, that you have to be safe. But states, really conservative states like Texas, like Alabama, like Georgia, are not going to provide the resources that are needed in order to educate people to not have kids, to be safe. Like, providing, I honestly didn't know that it was even possible for a school to provide birth control until I got to college.
What?
I didn't know, because when I wasn't having sex, and I grew up in a Catholic household to where they really didn't.
She was so straight edge.
That I didn't encourage to have sex. Well, no, it was mostly, I was just like, I'm not gonna have sex with you because I wanted it to be special. I stupidly valued my virginity when I could have been having sex. I could have been fucked.
Nancy, I turned 18 and was like, electric chair.
Yeah, like, bitch, I'm fucking jealous of you, because I could, like,
I got on Grindr and I was like, let's get rid of this right now. I didn't tell the dude what I was doing. He asked me to stay over. I said no.
I could have Miguel, I could have sold my virginity. You know how much money
I missed out on that market too.
Paid for college
Capitalize
by selling my virginity
on your hymen, ladies. It comes back, right?
I don't think so. I don't know.
Oh, well, still capitalize on your virginity, men and women, they, them, whatever. Like, sell it.
Ladies and gents and my non-binary friends.
Yes, ladies, gents, non-binary friends, please. If you took anything from this podcast, from this hour, 40 minutes plus, sell your virginity.
This is America.
Go to the Craigslist for asshole and vagina and sell it. I'm certain it's out there.
I don't know.
Sell it to the highest bidder.
Really?
Like in the Bad Romance video when Alexander Skarsgård, or whoever that model is, buys Lady Gaga. Just like that, with the Beats sponsorship too.
The golden age. Yeah, I missed out on that because I valued it. Wow. I just want to virginity as something special.
I just want it to be like special and like romantic comedy, like Nick and her Infinite Playland.
Oh my god, it was anything but.
Mine was pretty tight.
Mine was like,
he ghosted me afterwards, but it was tight. I don't blame him because I had left. I ghosted first, and that was my fault.
You were just like, okay, thanks, bye.
Literally, he was like, do you want to stay over? Blah, blah, blah. And I was like,
I gotta go.
No. He was like, how'd you get here? And I was like, on my bike. He was like, you want to ride home? And I was like, no.
I mean, I rode here, I can ride back.
Yeah. Just fine. I'm pretty sure my asshole won't eat the seat. Like, I don't know. I'm fine.
Yeah, I think, like, I really hope, it's crazy. Like, I can't even talk. Like, it's crazy
Words.
because, like, in the Supreme Court right now, we're outnumbered. Like, Democrats are outnumbered. So, like, there is a high chance that Roe versus Wade would be overturned. Like, that's a possibility.
We've just got to get through this year.
Like, that's a possibility. And that's what's so scary.
We need to get through this year. Fast.
Like, I need to renew, like, my birth control ASAP. Like, my boyfriend needs to start wearing condoms.
I'm so
because
scared for
Texas
women's
is going to be the
contraceptives.
first one.
Yeah.
And it sucks because, like, everybody who doesn't put forth the effort, or who just is young, somebody who's just young and not thinking about legislature that's happening in their
now
state.
They are. Thank God now they have, like, a good portion of kids have an understanding.
Some people, but there's still dumb fucks out there.
Yeah.
And they outnumber.
Like, talk to your fucking friends, though, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I'm talking to mine to talk to theirs. Like, do you work at a restaurant? I know there's someone 18 there.
Yeah.
I know there's 18, 19-year-olds getting that college started, going to community college, sorted out, but, like, voting is free.
And what? I'm like, I don't just get it. Like, I don't get it.
Yeah, me either.
There's it's like a reconfiguration of what life should be. And, like, there's still so much emphasis on life in terms of you are born, you go through your ideal childhood, you go to school, you study, you go to college, or get a job, you find a significant other, you get married, it sounds so boring.
Yeah.
Like if anything,
where's the seasoning? The flavor's off.
Like, and then they expect you to get married, have your kids, have your 3.5 kids, get a house.
3.5?
Get a fucking career.
Is the 0.5 an animal?
I don't fucking. It's probably like a kid that, like, just didn't come out right or something. I don't know. Or an animal or a house plant, like
Joffrey Lannister.
An exotic pet or some shit. I
An
don't fucking know.
pet. A
Like,
bearded dragon.
I don't know what. A bearded dragon. Yeah.
Those things last a while too.
I don't know
don't die for a long
what
time.
people expect. Or and that's it. And then at that point you turn 30, 35, and then you're like, your life sucks from that point. And, like, maybe you go to bingo every once in a while, and, like, that's your life. And, like, no regular people or, like, mainstream idea of what your life should be until, like, our generation has changed to where even then the majority is still that, like, trajectory. And, like, our generation, or, like, the younger generation, are disturbing that to where that legislation makes it really, like, uncomfortable for us, because we're just like, oh, well, we're not having kids because I don't want to, or whatever my reason, because it's none of your fucking business. And I don't have a regular career because I'm a creative, and instead of having, like, one 9-to-5 job, I do all these other little gigs on the side, and I still make a living. Oh, and by the way, the rent's too high because y'all are charging too much, because all of, like, y'all charge too much over here, and so all the people that can even afford to live here are getting pushed out, and, like, gentrification, and we're dealing with it. Oh, and by the way, I did go to school because you told me to, and I signed all these student loans, and now I'm paying them back, so I can't afford to live anywhere. So
I didn't go to school.
I'm 35, and I'm 35 and still living with a roommate in an apartment. Like, things are changing, friends.
Yes.
And it's fine to live a different life.
Yes. Guys, please change the world so I can go to college for free. I want to directly benefit from your change. Thank you so much.
And, like,
I'm contributing. Are you?
But, like, and then some Democratic presidential candidate will run on that platform, like Elizabeth Warren or Andrew Yang or, like, Bernie Sanders, saying, like, oh yeah, we want to make college free, or we want to greatly reduce the amount it is because it shouldn't be worth this much, because the value that you're getting from college doesn't directly apply to the career that you're going to get, because guess what, it's not worth that much anyway. And also the professional field is changing and everything's being automated, and we're not going to need truck drivers, and by the way, they don't need a college education anyway.
You can post a photo of Care Gummies and get $20,000.
Capitalism is disproportionate.
Yes.
And so, like, you just, like,
you can sell your hole on OnlyFans. People can subscribe
anywhere.
to your hole
Anywhere. Mm-hmm. And it's just like like things are changing and people have to go along. Like you have to at one point release this white knuckle grasp that you have on your what you think life should be or shouldn't be for whatever reasons that someone else put in your head for their own benefit, monetary or just socially, in terms of like just let go, because everything will be so much more peaceful. Are you
okay to go?
Anything, like your whole life will be so much more peaceful if you stopped hating people for things that they have no control over and you have no control over, like race, sexual preference. Like, you think somebody chooses to be gay and someone chooses to be black when they fucking know, apparently, because you have consciousness as a fetus, that someone as a fucking fetus in someone's womb chooses to be black and gay when they know, because they're conscious, that life is going to be significantly harder? Absolutely the fuck not.
When you put it that way. Huh? When you put it that way.
No, I had to have this conversation. This probably shouldn't even be in the podcast, but let me call her out right now. I had to have this conversation with my sister at the mall this past weekend when she was just like, oh yeah, like she's in some bullshit. We probably actually shouldn't put this in.
Okay.
She's in some like little group for like Latina empowerment. And she's like, oh yeah, we have trans people. And she's like, I don't know how I feel about that. And she said it in a very like whatever, like still being like weird about it. She's like, I don't know how I feel about that. And I was just like, well, explain.
Go on.
I was like, Carrie, yeah, I didn't want to like make any presumption. So I was just like, well, why? And I was like, we were sitting in front of like Kendra Scott getting earrings for like Mother's Day. And I was just like,
the Latina experience.
Yeah. And I was just literally. And I was just like, okay. And she's like, well, why? And she's like, I don't know, it just makes me uncomfortable. And I was just like, well, do you think they're comfortable? I was like, if you're uncomfortable, do you think they're comfortable? And like, I literally just called her. I was like, do you think they consciously made that choice to choose a very difficult life, especially if they're not female passing or like whatever it is that they're transitioning to, if they're not passive, like passing as that? And I'm just like, and I was just like, you think they chose that? Because
I'm very proud of you right now.
That's probably very difficult to do. And she's just like, well, no. And I was just like, okay, well then you shouldn't have a problem with it. I was just like, well, I didn't even like say it like that. I was just like, well, yeah, they're going through their own difficulties right now. And I was just like, if they didn't feel like, because she brought up the Jenner, and she was like,
the Jenner,
I don't want. See, I almost said Catherine. That's why I didn't say
Catherine.
Catherine Jenner. That's why I didn't say it. That's why I said the Jenner. And so I was just like, I was like, okay, so like Bruce Jenner, Caitlyn Jenner. I was just like, do you think he, if he didn't feel so powerfully inclined from whatever, like in his life said, oh, I'm supposed to be a woman. Like, he gave up a lot as Bruce Jenner. He sacrificed not just Bruce Jenner as a father, as an Olympian, as a millionaire, in his marriage as a husband. Like, he had to sacrifice all of that to go into, to choose consciously, because he's an adult, I'm supposed to live my life this way because something that happened way before, probably in childhood, like something that's out of his control, out of your control, out of everything. I was like, he had to live this whole almost like facade of a life to try to assimilate to the social norms, and still couldn't, because that was so powerful, that was so out of his control. And so he chose, and now she's living her life.
Do you think she and Chris get along?
I think they probably coexist as much as they can, because Caitlyn's a very sassy lady from what I've heard and seen, and I think it's hard. I think it's hard to look back and see what was. Because I saw them both at like that Christmas party that Kim threw. Oh yeah. And I was like, huh, I guess they're like coexisting. I think they coexist, probably just as much as they did when they were separated, when they first split up. But now, that's the thing, is like straight people also get their own little fucking clock disturbed because you live in perfect little straight world over here, and then someone who is just not like you appears, and whenever you're just like, what's that? I think of Astro World from basically like what's his name? Travis Scott. Travis Scott. Astro World. Well, Astro World was a real place in Houston, but it's gone forever now. Oh. Yeah. It was like a little theme park, like Six Flags derivative. But yeah, like I had to like lay it down, and I was just like, yeah, if like you wouldn't choose that.
Yeah.
I was just like, you wouldn't consciously choose that if it wasn't like this really powerful thing that you felt was absolutely necessary. I was like, because especially if you have the privilege of being like an older person or like living to have some sort of sense. It was just like, that life is going to be more difficult for you. You absolutely know it. And I was like, and it's up to the cosmos for your brain to go into your body who happens to be like whatever, like black or gay or straight or white or whatever. And I was just like, you either have the privilege or you don't, and most people don't.
Nope.
I was like, you as a white passing Latina should know that. I was just like, you're very lucky. I'm like, you're luckier than me. I'm brown. I was like, your experience has been so different than mine. And I was like, even like and even then my experience is more privileged than yours because I'm the last kid. I was like, you got the fucking shit end of this stick. I was like, you were born in Mexico, bitch. I was just like,
was she
like,
really?
Yeah, both of my sisters were born in Mexico. Me and my brother were born here.
Is that difficult to like deal with when it comes to like getting citizenship and stuff?
I mean, she has to do it. I don't.
Oh.
You know, she has to go through the process of becoming a resident, being a resident, and having the disturbances that come with that, which are not really many. But like, she has to go through the process of acquiring a citizenship, which is kind of, I mean, not annoying, but it's definitely a process. You have
it's work. Yeah.
You all the shit that you learn in school. It's honestly better if you do it like right when you're fresh out of school because you have that knowledge to begin with, but you still have to study.
Yeah.
Because honestly, if a citizen took a citizenship test, they probably wouldn't know half of the answers that are on there.
Hell no, I would not.
The fact that it's a birthright for me and for people that are just born here, it's very lucky.
Yeah.
It's like trying to take the SAT in American history, and it's just like
excuse me, who?
Yeah. And so like I felt it like disturbed me because I was just like, oh my god, it's 2019 and this is my sister. And like she's like, even though like I understand that we've had a very sheltered experience in our very conservative Catholic upbringing, but I was just like, yo, you're out here trying to empower Latina women to make lives better for themselves because of their marginalized experience, because they're like in lower income households or in domestic abuse relationships or whatever the Latina experience can be, but you still have these like difficulties with like a trans woman in the organization just because she's trans, just because that's a choice that wasn't even consciously made by her to be trans. Yeah. It's just like she's finally feels empowered enough to,
like, if she could be a woman, I'm pretty sure she'd, you know, biologically be able to do that. I'm pretty sure she'd probably make that change.
Yeah,
but
if you could just clench really hard like fucking Goku and then just be like female presenting and like be Super Saiyan like trans.
Is that what they're doing when they're Super Saiyaning?
I think so.
That's their T blocker.
And even then, as a like, okay, let's say you're a white male trans woman. Like, let's say you're born male, white male. Let's say you're born white male, and you know deep down inside of you that you're a woman. Why would you give that up? Why would you give up being a white male when you have you basically have a superpower? And let's say let's say that you come from parents that are happily married. Let's say that you come from a wealthy family where college is paid for. Let's say everything is in your favor. You're basically a fucking political candidate at this point. Like, you know?
Hey.
Why would you give that up? Let's say the worst card you were dealt was being from a conservative household. But you have money, you have access to everything because you have money. Mm-hmm. You have the privilege of being white or white passing. You have an easy name to pronounce. let's say you have all of that. You have citizenship, all of that. Why would you give that up? That urge, that voice, whatever. I don't know that experience, so I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
That feeling that you have that you need to be something else has to be so overpowering, I imagine, to where you would give all that up. And we know that exists.
If it's anything like coming out, I get it. Yeah. And
we know that we know biological white men that have that tradition.
Yep.
So like I don't get when people don't understand, like especially cis, like
braver than the Marines.
Cis people, like when we don't understand that takes so much.
You've never had. It's just
courage.
well, I mean.
And I think it's just not having the exposure to that.
Yeah.
Is
not
it
having
that?
the experience yourself, I guess, is probably what it is.
Had that experience.
I know, but you're also like someone who thinks before they speak most of the time, and you're someone who like processes thought before forming an opinion based off of what they've heard from other people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think a majority of people that have that issue and make those kind of arguments
I think it's
against
religion.
things like that. Like I said, based off of the things other people have to say.
Yeah.
So.
Like I'd be hard pressed for somebody to sway me otherwise.
Yeah.
If somebody could make up.
Guys, throw out your religion. Like, put something up your butt. Come on.
Haven't you ever tried it?
Do it. Am I crazy? I prefer it. But yeah, like, come on, like, just throw it out. Just throw it out.
Like,
please.
and if you're not religious and you still have those beliefs,
what the fuck is your problem?
What's your problem?
Like, what really is your problem? What is your privilege?
Like,
excuse?
What else is it? Like, what other crazy?
What's your bliss? Apparently.
Yeah, I don't get it. I need to know what it is immediately. It's meth.
Is it meth? Is it meth that you smoke? Are you smoking meth?
So that took half an hour, even though I didn't want to talk about it. The fact that we're still talking about abortion rights and like having control of your own bodily autonomy and like what is your choice and what is not your choice in 2019 is so frustrating. I can only imagine how frustrating it is to people that had the not progressive, just like regular, like, oh, my body, my choice thoughts back in the 70s when Roe versus Wade was passed. Those people are still alive. How frustrating it is for them that they're just like, bitch, for real, you're trying to take this away. And imagine if they live in that state, if they're like in Alabama and they're just like, oh yeah, I remember when this bill was passed. Are we still talking about that? Because that's old news.
Yeah. I thought we made a point back
yeah.
I thought our point was made. I thought we said period back then.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Dumb. Like, it's really frustrating. And it obviously doesn't just happen with women and their rights. It happens across the board for a lot of people.
You know what? Let's talk about something else. Let's end on a funny note.
What? No! Oh my god, I didn't even read the full tweet. Okay, so he's showing me a tweet. It says Vicente Fernández después de su trasplante de hígado gay. So if y'all, and I thought about this yesterday.
And wait, it's a photo of Valentina.
It's a photo of Valentina from season whatever the fuck.
In her mariachi look.
In her mariachi look. Season 10? Some shit like that. Mm-hmm. Oh my god, so Vicente Fernández fucking is one of these people that he just needs to go.
What? He can die.
Unplug him. Don't give him a fucking liver. So this bitch had the nerve. No, he doesn't have the nerve. He's just a man. He is having issues, health issues, because he's fucking 102, and he made a statement, or I don't even know who the fuck. He told the wrong person because it got out, and he's like,
who just says that in passing?
Like, I can name all of my uncles.
like I just when I first heard it, I couldn't believe it. I was like, did he really fucking say that? Is that
so? Vicente Fernández is
I'm not even offended.
He's not even having health issues. This is very predictable that was going to happen because he's been drinking like that for his whole fucking life, and he's been a hard drinker, hard liquor, like hard life, because he's a musician. Like, you know, he's probably lived the fast life for a really long time.
He sang too many love songs and drank for him.
And he said, he had the nerve to say, oh, I don't want a liver transplant because what if the person that I get the liver from is gay? Bitch. And you know, he probably said it in a more rude way than that because he said it in Spanish. Yeah, and he's just like, I don't want a gay liver. And I was just like, all right, bitch, then die.
Yeah, because like, what? I don't understand.
And so people are memeing the fuck out of it. I've seen that's
because
that's a funny one.
It's not even like offensive. It's just stupid.
Knowing personally of speaking to people that have that received my brother's liver, literally, or from somebody who had a drinking problem and went too far, and his life was literally at jeopardy. Got a chunk of my brother's liver, still around, happy as can be, like sober, lovely family. Like, I finally got to hear the story of how the process of him getting it. Like, bitch, he's happy to be fucking around.
He wasn't concerned with who the fuck it came from. He was like, please let me live.
He got the call and he said, scoot to the fucking hospital.
He said, scoot.
Yeah, like,
right into the ER lane and said, I need it now.
He's like, I'll take it.
My body is literally shutting down.
My body is ready for this.
My car has more gas than my body does right now.
Yeah, like, I don't. Yeah, Like he dumb.
I cannot.
The privilege.
The first time I heard it, I was like, is that for real?
Wow.
Whoa.
He hasn't put out a bop in a while, so he can go. We're ready for the next one.
Yeah. We have Maluma.
Yeah.
Maluma is.
I love that Maluma is literally what what's her face said from season like 9 or something. The one who was like, what's an adjective? What's her fucking name? The one on Wait What?
Oh, Kimora Lee.
Kimora Lee.
Oh, not Kimora Lee.
No,
That's Kimora Black.
Kimora Black. Kimora Black was just like, I'm everybody's sexual orientation. Kimora Black is everybody's sexual orientation. That's Maluma.
That's Maluma.
Because you can be anything under the sun.
I thought he was short too. No, he's tall. He's like 5'11", 6", something like that.
He's like a good height. He's like the people that are like, oh, I want them to be tall, and he's like, he makes them work.
When he's tall. Mm-hmm. That's like.
And I think he literally is.
Well, at the BBMAs when they like panned every time to him because he like during the Taylor Swift thing, he don't even know what she's saying. He doesn't even care. He's just like living his. I think he does know English actually. Yeah, because I've seen him speak. He has an accent when he speaks. Like that like Spanish like ugh. And then on top of that, he's just so fine.
Yeah. Like he really is everybody's sexual orientation.
He's a good looking man.
I'd be pressed to find somebody who doesn't think he's like, oh, he's cute.
Yeah, no, Maluma's very cute. He has like that nice Mexican guy nose.
And he can like transform. Like
yeah.
If he shaves, he looks totally different, and he's like somebody else's cup of tea. And then if he like lets it grow, like I saw
when he had his scraggly hair, that was the moment.
I like Googled him and like I saw all the haircuts or like the hair growth, and I was just like,
a style icon. A look queen, if you will.
Work. Damn, bitch, this is a long one. We fucking talked. It's been a while, guys. We haven't seen each other in a really long time. It's been like months.
Yeah.
You like live somewhere else. You're blonde. Like I'm over here just like, oh, like I shat weird yesterday.
Nancy's right where I left her.
Yeah, literally. I was just like, I shat so weird yesterday. You were just like, yeah, I expected that.
I did too.
It's like you.
I shot so weird today.
You were just weird in terms of circumstance, not in terms of texture.
Yeah, that's true.
And you were just like, yeah, bitch, you ate a fucking whole ass pizza.
Oh yeah, I did to be like, Nancy, you literally ate.
I was like, I don't know why I feel so weird. I shat so funny and my tummy was hurting. And you're like, you ate a whole small.
Didn't you just explain how you ate 2 pizzas, one mainly of cheese?
And I was just like, oh yeah, I'm lactose sensitive, right? I almost ate ice cream too. I literally said, because Shane was like, let's go get it. Do you guys want Amy's? And my roommate was like, oh yeah, let's go. And I was just like, I'm lactose sensitive, but I'll take one for the team. Not knowing what night was ahead of me, I burped like a demon. It sounded like the exorcism of Emily Rose in here. And it was like,
I'm so excited to eat my Chinese when I get home.
For real. Okay, let's go. We have Chinese food.
Yeah.
Bye, bitches.
Yeah, thanks for watching, listening.
It was a ride.
Yeah, it was a wild ride. I'm glad we ended it on a nice note. Maluma. We ended it on Maluma.
Literally.
Maluma.
You can't. There's no way to like have a bad experience. Just go. Okay, so this is your homework for tonight. Go to Google. Oh yeah.
Stream Megan Thee Stallion and Maluma.
Yeah, and Maluma. No, stream Megan Thee Stallion. Give her the clicks because she just released an album.
Yes, Fever
and
is
then
out.
While that is streaming in the background, Google Images Maluma, and then just have a good time. Feel empowered as a woman because you need it right now.
Just open your laptop, sit on the pillow next to you, and rub your bean.
Yeah.
Just live your best life.
Yeah. Play the fiddle.
Play the fiddle.
Have a fun
Diddle
time.
your skittle.
All right, guys. It's been
Trick
a
your
fun
gurk.
time.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Tati's losing.
Stop. So when you excuse
You know what? She
yourself-
said it. She would give it all back.
Yeah, she
That's
shouldn't have
fine.
said that. She shouldn't have said that.